not looking good. Hang on. There we go. Welcome to Drinking with Andrew. I'm your host, Andrew. This is co-host. He's just about to jump off. That was a little bit of the co-host party. It's a Friday night. Dog's barking. I'm back on the sofa. In fact, I'll probably angle it so I don't look like I'm surrounded by moving boxes, but I have it unpacked. I'm just slightly seeing them out of angle. Anyway, let's get the intro on while people come and join us. And there we are. Welcome. First can is ready to go. We've got Stalford Press to start off with tonight. Let's see who's in the chat. We have got El Reventa, which is Ross. Apparently he's got a car boot tomorrow. I am banned from car boots, but I've got rid of my backlog. Cavali's in. Welcome, Cavalli. Pat's in. Welcome, Pat. Chris Tyner is in to resume his relationship with Pat. And that's it so far. Although we have got more people viewing. So come, don't be shy. Come say hi. We will get the link out in the chat. Hopefully we'll have no catfishes or trolls or whatever turning up this week. Obviously we will avoid these certain subjects involving former German leaders, and hopefully that will help us out. But yeah, welcome. We should have a guest join us shortly if she's awake and has actually joined the stream. Phil has just got back from Scarborough. Troy says, good evening, happy Easter. Happy Easter. Do people say happy Easter? Is that a thing? I don't pay a lot of attention to Easter because I don't really like chocolate. So, as far as I'm aware, it seems to be mainly centered around chocolate, which I'm not particularly keen on. So, it's just an excuse for a long weekend away from work. Did you see the cliff lift in? Okay, that's to Phil. I can tell you, I have not seen any cliff lifts in Phil in Scarborough. Don't think I've been to Scarborough. There's a lift on the cliff top to get to the seafront. Can you not just walk or drive? I mean, if I want to go to the seafront here, I just walk to the bottom of my street, and there it is. I don't have to go involved in any cliffs or anything like that. It's or any lifts. It's a lot less complex. So I would just recommend taking the less complex approach. Walk to the bottom of your street. There you are. A nasty lump out there. I was pointless. Don't bother going. Go somewhere else. Doesn't involve these obstacles. Much better off then. Top tip: if you want to go to the beach, don't bother going to Scarborough. Sounds a very dangerous place to go, and that's even before you get to the accommodation there. Steep, yeah. I ain't going nowhere that's steep. What's the point? There's plenty of places that aren't steep you can go to. So we go there. Looks like our first guest is coming on.
Hello.
Good evening. Welcome.
You all right?
I'm alive. It's been a long time since we've last seen you on Drinking with Andrew. At least a week.
Yeah, a whole week.
And what has happened in that week?
Well, I went to Cornwall in my van.
Did it come back, or did just you come back?
No, me and the van, we all came back. And I got absolutely soaked because, well, it was just absolutely pissing it down. And then I was going to do 2 nights, but I only stayed the one because all of Devon was on like a yellow rain warning. It literally did not stop. So I was like, I'm probably better off just going back up. And my vintage wholesale supply order came when I got back from Cornwall, like an hour afterwards. And that was a load of shite. So then I went to my personal training session today, and I'm on the gym leaderboard for sled run.
For what?
Sled run. So it's like this thing you have to run and push with it up and down.
The fuck?
And
Can people not just run like fucking normal people now? Like, if you're running away from robbing a bank, right? You're not gonna be doing all this shit, are you? You're just gonna be fucking running hell for leather.
you'd be running with weights though, wouldn't you? Because you'd have weights of swag on you. So
Well, I think
yeah.
most of the currency is stored digitally now. So you'd just be running away with your credit card, wouldn't you?
But yeah, I'm on the leaderboard. I'm in the gym challenge on sled run, so I feel very accomplished. Actually, feels pretty good.
I can safely assure you that I am not on the leaderboard for Sliving Run.
Slithin run. But yeah, and then I went to my mum's afterwards, and we've built like a little allotment in the garden. And
You mean a
we
vegetable garden?
planted, yeah, but it's our little allotment.
Okay.
And we planted cucumber, lettuce, and carrot today. And
This is sounding a lot like a vegetable plot to me.
I was holding the cucumber seeds, and then the wind came and it blew all the seeds out my hand. So we're probably going to have like loads of cucumber just plopping up all over the garden.
So basically, what you're saying is you've ruined your mother's garden. Very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. One little bit of wind came, and I went, "Oh, Mum, they're going to go everywhere." And then, literally, before I even finished my sentence, another huge gust of wind come, and that was it. They were everywhere, and I was like,
Excellent.
We'll probably end up making like a inadvertent hybrid with like a lettuce with a cucumber stuck out on the top of it.
It's all right. I'm up for a bit of hybrid sex if needed. That is 8 minutes in that subject's come up. So brilliant.
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good.
Hybrid sex.
No, the vegetables.
Okay. Although I have seen some interesting videos involving cucumbers.
I'm sure you have.
Mr. Mandry has come in. Welcome, Mr. Mandry. Philip has won a plush on the big. Oh, I hope it's not a fucking Minnie Mouse plush. They don't need any more of those things.
Hi, Pat. What I'm hoping is that I'll grow a carrot that's got like an arm on it. You know, like the wonky ones that look like they've got 2 legs or something.
Oh, yeah, I feel safely assured that it'll look fucking deformed, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to pick out, all like deformed carrots.
Okay.
It'll be a video when all my veg is grown. It'll be a video.
I've got to be honest. I probably will not watch it. Gardening really turns me off. I'm not a gardener.
Don't you want to see how many like deformed vegetables I've grown?
It's fine. I can just go over to Aldi for that.
No, mine will be fresher.
A Paddington Bear plush. This is it now. Phil's going to be starting a Paddington Bear fetish. Bear, whatever his name is. Chris says they normally go. We're having a fucking gardening discussion now. Chris says they normally go wonky if it's stony soil.
Oh, well, actually, in the soil that was in there, I saw something. I was like, is that a snail? But it wasn't. It was a little pebble. So do you reckon that's stony soil, or do you think there was just one
Well,
little
not
pebble
if
in
it's,
there?
not if it's just one pebble. That's just a pebble. I
Yeah,
mean,
I just
I'm not a gardener, but if there's just one pebble there, I don't think that means the whole thing's stony.
well, I don't know, do I? It's this thing we've built. It's in like
Yeah.
a
You,
trowel thing.
you would know if it was stony or not.
There's
You would
like
know,
a couple of feet worth of soil in this thing.
yeah, you would know if it was stony or not because it would be half stones and half soil.
No, it's all one little pebble.
Right, so it's not stony then.
Just one little peb.
Right, it's probably not going to grow deformed then. I'm afraid, Sophie.
Hmm.
Your dreams are over. I said that you're not
Oh,
replacing
see,
tree.
it might still, because Chris says when they develop, they hit a stone and grow away from it. So maybe that one little pebble might be, what makes it deformed.
Lyndon is in. Welcome, Lyndon.
Hi, Lyndon. I'm going to be like Lord of the Harvest, I am.
What? You're a lady.
Lady of the Harvest.
I can't believe I've had to remind you of this. Sophie's the new child. Nothing wrong with the old Charlie Demick Chris. She was good part of my childhood growing up. Welcome, Dom. Considering I forgot that I was going live, we're doing all right, and I only actually 5 minutes before announced it.
Oh, I've just had a message from Ian saying, can you say hello to Buggy, please? I don't know who Buggy is, but hello, Buggy.
It's all right because I don't know who Ian is, so we're doing well.
Well, I've said hello, Buggy. I don't know who Buggy is, but hello, Buggy. Nice to meet you.
Why can't you just say Shabba instead of Ian? Nobody knows who Ian is. You mean Shabba?
Well, I just saw the Ian pop up, didn't I? So I just said hi for Ian.
Honestly. It's confusing me no end, this, by calling people by their proper names. What are you drinking there tonight, then?
Bluebell.
Well, at least it's not fake cider. You notice I'm not in bed tonight. I'm back on the sofa.
Oh.
Been clearing out the house.
Where's old Phil then?
He's unfortunately he went to Scarborough, and there was an accident while he was on the lift, the takes you down from the cliff to the beach. He fell off it.
Shut up.
So he's currently in hospital with a broken leg.
Oh, shut up.
He is.
He's not. He's just in Scarborough doing work.
Oh, he's got a broken leg. He fell off the cliff.
He hasn't. Are you just thinking of the Naples thing? The cable car that crashed in Naples?
Oh, if you go on one of those things, you're going to die anyway, aren't you? It's expected.
No.
Hanging off a cable, for God's sake. I ain't going on that kind of stuff. You'd rather walk.
Oh my God, I've been on when I went to Andorra, snowboarding years ago, I literally sat on like a fucking swing and just went up the cliff. Wasn't even a bloody car.
I ain't going on that. It's just ridiculous. Welcome, Claire.
There, and the seat is just like a circle. You just stand there and it just scoops you up. And then you just hold on for dear life till you get to the top of the cliff. Hello, Claire. Scarborough Cliff. Lift. Phil is not on the bloody Scarborough Cliff lift. Don't be so daft.
No, he's not on it. He fell off it. He's broken his leg. It's very painful. It's very painful for him. We've all been sending him best wishes today. We not sent him a message.
No, because no one's been sending him best wishes today. I just seen that.
Well, I don't think, unless you've got access to his messages, I'm not sure you would. He turned into hacking.
On the Discord, so no one's been sending him any messages.
Oh,
and
no,
there's no news.
He's not. He's in hospital, isn't he? He ain't on the Discord.
But it hasn't fallen off though, because I'm looking on Google now and there's no news. It straight away it'd be like breaking news.
I don't think Phil, I don't think Phil breaking his leg in a stupid accident counts as fucking top news in a world.
I think breaking your leg is breaking news.
On a world that's got freaking Donald Trump in it.
Oh my god, I cracked me up. Breaking your leg is breaking news.
But yeah, no. So you better send him a message.
I will send him a message, and I'll say Andrew's talking a load of shit about you.
No, you need to send him a message saying, "I'm sorry to hear about you."
Right this minute.
Send him a message saying, "I'm sorry to hear about your injury, Phil. I hope you recover soon."
No,
we're putting together a get well card for him, and we're chipping in some money as well. Get him a gift voucher.
No, I'm messaging Phil now, and I'm literally putting Andrew's talking shit about you.
We need to message him and say, "Phil, I'm really sorry to hear about your leg. I hope you get better soon."
Too late, I've done it. I put Andrew's talking shit about you.
Well, you put the wrong freaking message, haven't you? You need to. He's sat there now, in his hospital bed, worrying about what's been said about him, the poor lad. You don't need that stress.
He's saying you fell off a cliff lift and broke your leg.
Yeah, the poor lad.
And he's also saying.
And there you are, not even sending him a get well message.
It's your own fault for sticking your head out the window.
I didn't say that. You've made that up now. I've been organising a get well card for him and everything.
Bollocks.
Well, I have. Well, we won't put you on the get well card as a signature, will we? After all these stories.
Where did you just type that? Sorry to hear about your injury, Phil. Where did you just put that? Oh.
You see, everyone is talking about Phil's injury. He's not even been paying attention.
Phil hasn't even got an injury. That's why.
He's broke his leg. He's fell off the cliff lift.
No, he hasn't.
Well, he says it's broken. It probably isn't broken, is it? He's probably over-exaggerating for sympathy. He's probably just got a slight sprain, but...
He probably tripped over a fucking Mickey Mouse. Minnie Mouse, sorry.
But, yeah. And there you are, instead of saying, "Oh, I hope you get better soon," Phil, you're making up rumours.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the truth. That Andrew's talking shit about you.
When have I said that he's put his head out a window? At any point, when have I said that? Only one person speaking shit here, ain't me.
Well, it amused me.
Poor Phil. I'll tell you what. Chris says apparently he was licking a candy floss at the time.
Yeah, he had his head out the window. He was licking the window.
I don't think there's a window on it. It's a lift. It's not a freaking car, is it? Ay, poor Phil.
So what have you been doing this week then, Andrew? Do you know what I've been doing this week?
What have I been doing this week? I've been having palpitations again, so that's not been great.
Too much cider that and not enough water.
Hard to drink. Been working on some important stuff in work that's in national news as always. Guess I can't talk about that. Sold some stuff on eBay and Vinted. Had £170 sale on Amazon as well, so that was nice.
Ooh, what was that?
That was an air fryer.
Oh, nice.
I've sold 2 so far on there. I've got 1 more to go, so that should go for the same price. The first one I sold for 140 quid because that's what I sold the last one for. Then I noticed that Argos are charging 200 quid. So I thought I'd just price match Argos. Then Amazon took that listing and said it was price gouging. I'm like, but it was Amazon who told me to price match with Argos. And I'm like, it literally said that my price is too low. So I put it up. So I've had to figure out where Amazon thinks is a price that isn't too low, which turns out to be 169.99. It does my head in. Like eBay, you pay any price you want. Amazon, well, because I'd sold one for 140 quid, then I thought, oh, Amazon's going, you've sold that too low. I thought, okay, I'll listen to Amazon and why raise the price, and then they take it down. Like, oh, for fuck's sake, what is going on?
Amazon just seems like such a headache, to be honest.
Good place to make money, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had over 300 quid just on 2 items that sold within 2 days of Amazon having them. So,
yeah,
if I put that on eBay, A, it would have been a lot cheaper, and B, it would have taken about 6 months to sell. So I will be ramping up the Amazon business next month, getting more stuff sent in, raising more funds so that I can continue to pay for my refurbishment of the outbuildings.
And your Range Rover. Oh no, that's coming from Vinted, isn't it?
Coming from Vinted.
Yeah.
Amazon is paying for outbuildings. eBay is paying rent on my warehouse. Vinted is paying for a Range Rover.
Yeah.
And I need to get a new van as well. So I don't. Christ knows I'm going to pay for that.
Yeah. I'd quite like to have a new van.
You've got a van that works. Don't swap it. Believe me.
No, I just want a bigger one.
No, stick with. If you've got a van that works, stick with it. Trust me.
Yeah, it's great, my little van, but I just want to have a little bit more space when I go away.
Do not switch vans. It's not worth it. If you got one that works, stick with that van.
Yeah, and it does work. Like my van's fine, but I'm gonna try sleeping in it without the bed extension I've got, because when I went away in Cornwall, I was like this week I was like, I'm not sure how much I actually use the bed extension, because if I get rid of that, then it will create more space in the van.
Give it a chance. Just sleep outside one night.
Yeah, I thought I'd just go to the Forest of Dean and just go there one night.
Well, you don't need to bring Dean into it. You know, you just sleep on the street. Poor lad. I presume it's
somewhere kind of that's close by, that's nice, Forest of Dean or Hay on Wye, something like that.
I've just had a picture of. It's got his leg fully in cast.
Oh, shut up! That is not Phil's leg.
That is Phil's leg.
One, if he just broke it, he would have a back slab on. He's not going to have a full cast on.
Well, he's got. Don't blame me for what the NHS are making mistakes with.
No, they're not, though, are they? It's you talking bullshit.
And I never said he broke it today either. That is a picture that Phil has just sent me of his leg. So, Phil.
And he done it about a week ago.
Phil, Sophie thinks
he's got a full cast on.
Phil, Sophie thinks you're speaking rubbish. You're going to have a word with her.
Well, I'll check my Discord messages and see if he's messaged me back.
You're probably in too much pain.
Well, no, he hasn't messaged me back.
Understandably, probably not even got a signal in hospital, has he? Can you use your phone when you're in bed like that?
Yeah.
All right, okay. I thought it interfered with the machinery.
No, that was a thing of the past.
Okay. Right. Well, yeah, he's been very brave, though. You know, he's not moaning about it every 5 seconds. Yeah, it could be right. He could have done it a few days ago. I don't know. I assumed because I'd heard today that it happened today, but perhaps not.
If he's got that cast on, it would have been about a week ago.
Well, there you go. He's done it a week ago. I don't know. I'm not. I must admit, I don't read my Discord messages very often.
Oh, hi, Phil.
But there you go. He's watching us. He'll be able to tell you himself about his injury.
Phil, have you actually broken your leg? I don't believe Andrew for 1 second.
Well, I don't know why. It's not me that told you.
Fall out the fucking Scarboro cliff lift.
It wasn't me that told you. It was the chat that told you, for Christ's sake.
You told me that.
No, I read out the comments in the chat. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what, Phil, if you're in here, come online and show us your leg. Get your peg out.
What are you doing? The poor lad's laid up.
No, he's not.
Oh, Ross is telling him he hopes he heals well soon.
Ross, don't fall for it.
What is it? That's a very poor choice of words, given that Phil has just had a fall.
No, he hasn't just had a fall.
And you're telling people not to fall for it. That I'd be very hurt if I was Phil now. But yeah, there you go. There. Ross wants to know if you're giving him a fit for work assessment.
No, because if he's broke his leg, he's not fit for work. However, he has not broken his leg. Because as he said, he's just driven 300 fucking miles.
He hasn't, because I deleted that comment.
Well, he's just told me again.
Fuck's sake. I think what he meant to say was he's just been driven 500 miles.
300, and no, he hasn't been driven. He done it himself.
Well, he shouldn't be doing that with his leg, should he?
No, but he's fine to do it because he hasn't got a broken leg, has he?
Look, it's not my fault he's broken his leg. He's acting like I'm the one who's broken it for him. He fell off the lift, didn't he? I didn't push him. Poor lad. Can't believe you've not even said hello to him.
I have. I asked where he was. You didn't. I did.
I don't need to. I'm getting him sending me pictures of his broken leg. I need to find out where my dog's gone.
What are you doing?
I'm going to find out where my dog is.
Oh.
Where Barty gone?
Barty!
Hello, come on. Come on with me. Come on, boy. Come in. Come on. Good boy. Barty, come sleep up here. Yeah? Let's go up here. Good boy. There you go. He won't sleep on the sofa unless I remove the cushions because he thinks that he's massive. There's a good boy. You're gonna come here. Come here. Come
Oh, there he is.
here. Hello. Good boy. Good doggy. Barty says he's sorry to hear about his leg. It is. He's coming on now with his broken leg. Phil, how's your leg, mate?
Eh?
How
broken one.
Yeah.
In the pink cast.
Oh, it's been amputated now.
Sophie,
yes.
Sophie not believing that
Come
you've
on,
got
get your leg up, Phil. Get your peg up.
Yep. See?
Oh.
Go on.
He can't, can he?
Come on, hiya.
He can't, can he?
You've got to be joking. Have you seen this?
No, put your feet back. Go back.
I don't want a hernia.
Supposed
I
to
don't
be
want a hernia as well.
Hey,
You'll fall to bits.
Push your seat back.
Why he's going to push his feet back? He broke his leg, Sophie, honestly.
He can push your seat back.
All right.
God. I can just about get up now, look, see.
All right. Honestly, Sophie.
I don't. I still haven't seen the cast.
You don't need to see. He's just told you himself that he's broken his leg.
I don't believe it.
I am very, very accident prone.
All right.
Philip.
What?
Phil, I'm very sorry to hear about
your
you.
seat, roll the wheels back.
Unlike Sophie, I would like to say I wish you a speedy recovery.
No,
Excellent.
I just have to see proof. Roll the wheels back in your chair and put your leg up.
Well, if I tell you I've
broken.
broken my leg, I've got to give you proof of it as well. What do you want a freaking signed doctor certificate as well? Good Lord. I'm sorry about Sophie, but I don't know what's not interesting in it.
I don't believe anything that anyone tells me anymore.
Dog's gone back to bed. Evening, Will. Yeah, so anyway. He's having to drink wine to numb the pain that he's in, the poor lad.
Oh,
Indeed.
bollocks.
And then cider.
Leg.
Hmm.
Philip.
I lost $6,000 last year when I broke my ankle. I don't intend doing it again.
Your seat. Push your seat back. So then you
Have
can
you
get your leg
behind
up
me?
there and show us your casted leg.
What?
Then you'll get
Get my leg up.
What
I thought
kind
you were a nurse trying to incur pain.
What kind of sadist are you? Honestly. Phil's here, injured, and you're trying to get him to perform like a flipping seal.
Because he's not injured.
Honestly. I'm so sorry, Phil, that Sophie is being like this tonight.
He's not
Honestly.
injured. He hasn't broke his
You
leg.
can see it. They see the look of pain on his face.
Bollocks.
I'm like that usually. Oh dear.
Well, I have more sympathy if I injure myself. This is ridiculous. So, come on, people in the chat. Let's give Phil our best wishes anyway. Sophie can't do it, but we can. We can set an example here for Sophie.
Have we had any interesting Americans on yet?
Not yet. No, we've not started talking about any controversial subjects yet.
Right.
I tell you what, though, right? I've started making everyone who follows me on Facebook now, or who message me, verify themselves with like a picture and stuff. I've had so many catfish accounts, I didn't even realise. People I've been speaking to for ages turn out not to be who they say they are. There's some very charming Venezuelan lady I've been speaking to. Not a very charming Venezuelan lady, as it turns out.
I know two very charming Brazilian ladies.
They've
I
signed it
don't
fast.
like getting involved in this one.
Even Connor. It's Connor, isn't it? It's not Callum. I mean, it's either Callum or Connor. One of the two. Even.
I won.
Was that before or after you broke your leg?
Well, it's very difficult to get to the bingo hall with a broken leg.
Okay, before.
I had to win 8 games to win this.
Tell you what, not even the chat is wishing you well here, Phil. I don't know what you've done to alienate all these people.
Oh, they've always hated me.
Tough crowd tonight. Callum got it.
It was very, very nice and sunny most of the time up in the Scarb. It's quite a nice little town.
Fucking cliff lift.
We were actually in a hotel next to the old cliff lift, which was turned into a cafe. We didn't know whether it was working or not, but when I looked down the big cliff, I could see there's a fence going across the rail, so obviously not. It's the one round the corner at the back of the hotel. I'm not now.
So when you fell off it, it was actually the cafe one that you fell off. Unbelievable.
I was trying to get it going. I'll tell you what. If you did fall off from there, you would die because you are very, very high up. Well, there's a bridge that goes across from one cliff to the other.
I'm glad that you fell off on that had a fence in front of it in that case.
They do have the Samaritan notices all across it. And I looked down, I thought, nope, what's going down there? It's a long way.
Poor lad.
And the bloody seagulls. Now, I thought the seagulls in Devon were vicious bastards, but Christ, they're nasty up there.
Right, put on to the next cam. Right, well, here you go, Philip. I tried to garner some sympathy for you, and Sophie is just, been very inconsiderate tonight.
Oh, bollocks. I'm not.
All I can say, Phil, is if Sophie gets the shingles again, we're giving her sympathy.
I probably won't ever get the shingles again.
Don't say that. It's not.
When did I? 2023.
Have you had the jab for it now?
No, they don't give you the jab.
Oh, you get it again then.
No, I won't. It's just a reactivation.
My partner had it in the middle of COVID.
Yeah.
And my God, they had to put her into all sorts of isolation wards. She was really, really bad of it. She had to be hospitalised for about 4 weeks.
Bloody hell.
I
wasn't anything like that.
They thought I was going to lose my sight when I had it. Well, actually, I won't spoil the YouTube videos that are about to be released.
Well, my partner nearly did. She it affected, like it affects half of your body, doesn't it, in weird ways. She fell down one side. They got her into hospital just in time. She couldn't move, but one side of her face just went boom out like this, and she rash all the way down one side of it.
Bloody hell.
It wasn't very pleasant.
No, I had it quite mildly.
We've released a new set, by the way.
Yeah, I had it quite mildly. I had it like round my kind of armpit, down my leg, and just across here. But I thought I had, because it was summertime at the time, and it started off kind of like itchy. So I thought I'd been bitten by something. And then all these like blisters came out, and then I was getting like all this dinging like up my neck sort of thing. And I was like, oh, that's weird. So I phoned the doctor. I was like, I think I've got shingles. And he was like, yeah, you are. And then he just gave me the acyclovir tablets, which I didn't think did a lot actually, apart from giving me the shits, to be totally honest. And this was all like a week before my brother's wedding in Germany as well, and I was still on the tablets. And honestly, I was like darting across fucking Heathrow, just having to go to the toilet all the time. And I was just like, no, I ain't taking the tablets no more. Fuck it. I want to enjoy myself.
Well, they wouldn't even let me go in to see her because COVID was rampant at the time.
Yeah.
So I think
bloody hell,
to get permission to go in, and you walk through the hospital when they close it down for COVID, as you're probably aware, and there's no one. There's no one in there because you need a letter to show the security guards at the bloody door that you're allowed in.
Yeah.
And then you go in there, it's like a deserted building. There's no one around. It's unreal.
It was very, very crazy. I need a wee actually. Bear with.
I need some wine. I'll hobble.
So go quick before she gets back. When you come back, just give a few grunts of pain at least. We got to really sell this here.
Oh, it's agony.
Yeah, but she's not here at the minute. You've got to wait.
You got to practice.
See, I can't believe no sympathy in there at all for your injury. Can't believe it.
Oh, I can.
Supposed to be the caring face, a nurse and whatever. Can you imagine? Bedside manner of a dead snake.
I can assure Mr. Tyler that I did not see any persons without their attire on the beach, and my camera has got a very powerful zoom.
I mean, the rumours of you being a stalker, they pretty well justified.
A holiday maker taking innocent snaps of the beach from a vast distance with a huge telephoto lens.
Come on, I need. Let's give me some Shingles tonight. Get some money coming in.
Have you looked at your postal policy since they've been pissing around with them in the last couple of weeks?
Yes, mine are all as they should be.
They put all mine on same day, the bastards. The chits.
How's the pain now, Phil? How's the pain?
Oh, I don't know. I nearly blacked out. Especially when I saw everything was on the same day. I kept looking at when the buyers are expecting their parcels or what. Well, I'll have to post that last year for that to get to them by that time. Right.
Right. Yeah, mine as they should be.
I went through them when they got back about an hour ago. What the fuck have they done?
They turned. Speak the devil, which may appear, but they turned off having these GSP sales.
Oh, that's good.
So
I think my GSP sales are on because I got a neutral. Because apparently Jersey, it comes up as GSP now. I thought, you've got to be joking me. I used to send that there with a bloody stamp, for Christ's sake. It's got a UK postcode. It came up as GSP. This poor bloke had to pay 30 quid. He paid it and then complained.
That's a term, isn't it?
Not going to do it with me. I offer free post. I sent it to the GSP centre. Well, nothing for you.
I shipped something to Jersey this week. No issue. Sent it Royal Mail as normal. £3.25 small parcel. Not big buggers. Yeah.
You're mad. I don't understand these people complaining in feedback about the price of postage when they've bought it anyway. It's not like it's hidden charge, is it? You can see how much you're paying when it says you are paying this amount, for Christ's sake, which is more than I can. But on the upside, within a week, all my negatives will be gone. So you can guarantee within 6 days I'll get a new one.
Yeah.
After
It always happens though, doesn't it? You get rid of all your negatives and then like a couple of weeks later you get another one. You're like, for fuck's sake.
And those negatives were post as well. Apparently one of my packages he had to collect from the post office, probably because he wasn't backing in. And he complained they had to pay £1.25 to park there. I thought,
what the fuck?
Yeah. I contested it, and they said nope, it stays. So I went, well, fuck you then.
That's ridiculous! Oh my god! How has having to pay £1.25 got anything to do with you? That's ridiculous.
And not only that, I think a 5-year-old must have typed it for it because either that or he doesn't know how to use a keyboard because it was well, half the words were misspelt, and then there weren't very long words, 4 letters each. Christ. They had one which was almost complete nonsense. And I couldn't understand what he said. And I said to eBay, I said, I don't even understand what this feedback means. Can you take it off, please? And they said, no. What for crap? This is in the days back then before they reintroduced eBay for Business UK again, which are a bit more lenient.
I'll tell you what's been pissing me off this week on eBay. They keep taking freaking money off me for stuff that's supposed to be free.
You know, I did see your many escapades on the Discord. I shall not be partaking in any of that crap, I can tell you that. I put all of my promotional money into just a normal promotional listing stuff that seems to work well enough.
Some of the charges have disappeared from my transaction, but I've still been charged them. So I'm having some real goings on with eBay at the minute. But I'm like, well, my payout's been reduced, and you've not increased my next payout, so you still charge me, and they can't get their heads around it. It's like getting ridiculous.
Have you tried messaging the American site?
I've been speaking to people. I've had phone calls and all sorts going on.
Because you've got UK, you've got eBay for Business UK, but you've also got another group called just eBay. And if you go into Messenger on that, you actually talk to someone in the American head office, which is, depending on what your beef is, you can pretty much pick which one you think you're going to get the best response from.
Well, so far I've had the crap response from all of it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's an underlying technical issue or something. The American reps seem to do much better at it.
Oh, me over 100 quid at the minute.
Well, I looked on my app this morning, and it says I've got an outstanding order that hasn't been dispatched, which is strange because I've been on time away for the last 6 days, and all the other orders on there are absolutely fine and waiting to be dispatched next Tuesday. So I looked at it. It was for the 9th of October last year.
Well, you better get on that one. Well, 9th of October was a long time ago.
Well, not only that, but I thought, what the fuck is that about then? I managed to track it back and look at it. It clearly says on there I bought an eBay label. So I took a picture of the screenshot of me buying the eBay label, a picture of this stupid friggin' your item hasn't been dispatched notification, and luckily I still have a picture of the package with the goddamn label on it, so I sent that to them as well. And they couldn't get their head around it either. They said, what the fuck? We have no idea what the hell happened there. But they double checked to make sure it didn't affect any defects or anything like that, and it hasn't. But it appeared out of nowhere today. It still says it's not been sent. I thought, well, the bloke's got it. He's left me feedback. Here's a picture of your label.
I got an issue at the minute on Vinted.
I can give you the goddamn tracking number.
I've sold something on Vinted, right? Now, it's an American item. The American sizing is a size up. So, a medium in America is a large in the UK. So, I put the item as a large and put in the description. Label says a medium, but that is a US medium. It's a UK large. Here's all the measurements to confirm. And now the bloke who's bought it is wanting me to pay for him to return it. He says it's a medium. I said, have you tried it on? No, it says it's a medium on it. I said, have you read the description? No. Well, read it, try it on, see if it fits. Oh, it does fit. Oh, for fuck's sake.
People are stupid.
That's just thick as shit.
I had another one today, item not received. Not a case yet, but luckily he messaged me before he opened up a case. He bought it this week with my big message across the top of the screen saying the seller is away until this date in the future. I thought, Christ, don't these people fucking read? So I sent him a screenshot of his of the page that he would have seen and a dispatch forecast and God knows what else. People buy online. Do they bother to read any of it, or is it like potluck?
No, I had to return today for some chinos. I put all the measurements in, and then they returned it saying doesn't fit. So, everything was there.
Oh, hang on. Right, we're going to have to pause. I've had a sale. Number ends in a 45.
Oh, those would be the crutches I bought from you. They were 24.45.
No. Can I have? It's possible. I'm getting this for my granddad's birthday on Thursday, 24th. It's possible to arrive then. It would be really appreciated. It's Easter. It's not going to arrive by Thursday, 24th. I know that. We'll get it when it gets in. Right. Ends in a 45 will, so not $9.99.
9.45.
Nope.
12.95.
13.45.
So he's come up with a number that doesn't even end in the 45, so it's definitely not going to be
Oh, sorry.
not 15.45. It is possible to do the maths on this. It's sold on a 10% off, so you can work it out.
13.45.
Pardon?
13.45.
No.
Oh, £15.50 that would be, wouldn't it? Oh.
Welcome, Gary T. Scott. Please, can you check the clubs for where? Oh, no. Go away. Right, we still need some more guesses. It wouldn't be £45, and ends in a 45 will. Not 15.45, Porky, no, and we get nowhere near it a minute. Sophie's trying to cheat by looking at the sold items. Won't help you.
No. Although I would never have thought of doing that, so thank you.
It doesn't update quick enough for that. You need to wait about 20 minutes.
Well, the amount of time this usually goes on for, it will do.
Oh, you've got to be guessing.
7.45.
No.
15.45.
Nope, we've already had that guess, so it's still a no. It's not 13.45, it's not 12.45, it's not 13.45. Welcome, see the car.
19.45.
Nope.
22.45.
Correct. Right.
Didn't I win it the other week as well?
I don't bloody know, do
I did. I won it the other week too.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
You'll have to get some more pictures in your chopper bank.
Yeah, because I've had most of them now. Because I keep winning.
I won a plush though.
You want a plush?
I won a Paddington Bear on the bingo. And I'm afraid Andrew's fears are kind of founded. I do have about 7 or 8 Paddington Bears now.
Yeah,
What, have you started with Paddington Bear now?
Only if they're good ones. They're free.
I've got a Paddington Bear you can just have. It's from Paddington Station.
Does it have wooden duffel coat buttons, or is it just a printed?
Let me have a look at it. Bear with. I'll just send it to you anyway, Phil.
You're supposed to be saving for the house, not giving stuff away. You ought to be saving every penny you can, not spending money on postage. You'll have to send her the postage money.
I'll send her some stamps.
I'll have to put it through the wash. It's been on my side forever. Just a little one.
Oh, yeah, we'll have that.
Yeah, do you want him?
Yeah. That's better than my other one that size. My other little one's got like a horrible printed coat thing. It's a bit shit.
No, it's from Paddington Station.
Yeah, like I say, it's got the wooden toggle things, hasn't it?
Yeah, although they're not though. It's embroidered on. They're not wooden.
You know what I mean? But it looks.
Hang on. Right, delete.
I've had in years. I say years, about 5 years.
Right, you've had your prize. Be happy.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, Phil.
Thank you very much.
That prize nearly went to Hanley then as well.
Oh,
Possibly trouble you are tonight.
have you seen how big our husband is?
You need to pay more attention to what I'm doing.
I'll put him through the wash though, Phil, because he's quite dusty. He's just been on my shelf for years.
Just get a brush. It'll be all right.
Yeah, do you not touch stuff?
Okay.
Jeanette's here. Welcome, Jeanette. Sophie, remember your mission with Jeanette?
Oh yeah, hi Jeanette. How are you? There's a very certain eligible bachelor in this chat on the screen.
If you do send it, though, don't send it next week because I'm going to be working away until Wednesday week.
Well, let me know when you want me to send it, and I'll send it.
Send it next Monday.
Okay, not this. Well, I won't do it. Not this Monday. Come in. Do you mean?
Yeah, well, that's bank holiday, isn't it? Anyway, but
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Felixstowe until next Wednesday week. So
yeah, just
otherwise,
message me when you want it sent.
because you know, I know what I'm bloody every year, like 3 attempts, and they send it back to you.
Yeah, just tell me when you want me to send it, because I'm working Sunday, Monday night shift this week anyway. So just let me know when you want me.
Yeah, without they'll try and push it through the goddamn letterbox.
Just message me when you want me to send it to you.
I shall do.
Right. The chat's going quiet. Phil, say something to upset somebody. That'll usually get them going.
Let's see if I can mention something that AI will pick up on and spread it all around to all the bots in America. That's what generally happens, isn't it?
You know, last week's live stream did not get demonetized.
I was going to ask you whether it got demonetized or not.
Well, normally, I get demonetized. Last week, got all the Jews and whatever coming on, absolutely fine, not demonetized. I'm like, YouTube makes no sense to me at all. It demonetized me for nothing, but for that, that's fine. But I can only assume that YouTube is anti-Semitic.
That's it. You just demonetized this one.
Callum was asking how I'm getting on with the Range Rover Challenge. I think we've got enough for a wheel nut so far. It may be half a tyre. Got a long way to go. We've had some decent offers on Vinted, but people just don't pay. It's very annoying. Please, can you check the cuffs for where? No, I can't check the cuffs for where. They are. It's a coat from the 80s, love. It's 40 years old. They'll be somewhere. I really like the coat, but I don't want to buy it if it looks used. It's 40 years old.
Well, you mean you haven't kept it in its original packaging for 40 years? All nice and done, packed away with mothballs.
I mean, what am I supposed to say to these people?
I just don't reply. I get people wanting 50-year-old coins and asking if they've been toned and stuff. It says in my description that they are old coins, expected. They expect there to be some toning on them. So I just If you're unrealistic, you can just go on my blocked list.
Sophie Sexton, isn't it?
I've got quite a substantial.
Oh, I'm talking about Celebrity Big Brother, actually,
Jesus.
with someone.
You know, I still have not been invited onto Big Brother.
No, you're not a celebrity.
You don't have to be a celebrity to go on Big Brother.
I think you actually have to apply rather than be invited.
Yeah, it's not an invite thing.
Well, that is Big Brother's loss, isn't it, really? Because I'm not applying for it. With these good looks, I don't need to apply for anything.
I bought one of them doodah things, you know, like you get for your tape, your packing tape, these things that you clip on. You're not looking, are you? You're not looking.
No,
No,
sorry, Phil.
I bought one of them doodahs that you put on there.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
good, but they don't make the tape noisy. I don't like the bloody racket they make when you try to rip a piece of tape off. I think I might go back to my little one, which was silent. Yeah, the Parkside ones are really good.
Ooh.
And you get
Like
3
that.
rolls of tape with it for £3.
Parkside's a cheap brand.
Has
I
anyone
like-
else been watching Celebrity Big Brother?
No, I don't watch telly at all,
Jesus Christ.
especially Celebrity Big Brother.
I don't watch it, but when the girls at work said to me, she was chatting about it, and I was like, no, I haven't watched it in years. It's had its day, blah, blah, blah.
If I want to watch people kick off in a house, I can look out my window to the house opposite.
But this is the thing, you don't really now. Like, you know, and I saw it everywhere on Facebook, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to have to watch it. So I
That's
started
because
watching
Facebook are full of sad people.
I started watching it, and now it's all like, it's so kind of, like, compared to what it used to be back in the day, like, it's so PC now, and you're just like, this is, like, really boring. And then Mickey Rourke was in it, and then he got thrown out, and now it's just absolutely boring.
I mean, I didn't hear a word of that and I was bored.
Okay.
I have no interest in it.
There's plenty of Star Wars content coming out soon, though, this year.
Yeah, well, I'm announced today that Ryan Gosling, was it Ryan Gosling?
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling is going to appear in
Starfighter?
Yeah, Starfighter in 2027.
You think they could pick a
That's a shit name, isn't it?
And
Star
they
Wars
called the
Starfighter.
last Starfighter back in the 80s, haven't they?
Star Wars Starfighter. I mean, it doesn't roll off the tongue very well, does it? Star Wars Starfighter.
So what was he doing fighting stars? The big hot things.
Well, I don't know. You want to pick a fight for Star
It's
Wars.
like that Skywalker chap. I didn't see him walking on any sky.
But yeah, so there's supposed to be a Mandalorian movie coming out as well because Pedro, whatever his name is, I forgot his name now. Pascal, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal, that's it. Yeah, Pedro Pascal is too big for doing another series, so he's doing a film instead. Even though he's in another series, which is.
You only see his face about 30 seconds. It could have been anyone.
He's too busy filming The Last of Us, isn't he? So we're doing a film instead with him and Grogu in it. That's supposed to be coming out. I'm sure it's supposed to be coming out in 2025. They said, but it can't be that. That can't be coming out this year.
I might have to set up a fake eBay account and sell off all my Lego to everyone.
I'd never be a victim from Big Brother. I'd be the winner of Big Brother.
My God, Secret Carpet Nasty Nick was like, God, 20 years ago?
Nasty Nick. Is that EastEnders?
No, he was in like series 1 of Big Brother, I think.
Was he?
Okay. I tell you, the Big Brother I liked was the zombie one. Did you ever watch the zombie? I think you can still see it on Channel 4 on demand or whatever it's called now. Zombie Big Brother.
What's that?
The Big Brother house was taken over by zombies. Brilliant. It's Davina McCall was a zombie in it. You never watched it?
No, I don't think I've seen it.
See what it's called? I definitely still. It's. I think you can still watch it on the Dead Set. It was called
Oh.
back in 2008.
No, I've not seen that. To be fair, I wouldn't have watched this if when the girls at work hadn't said it. And then I kept seeing it everywhere, and I was like, oh, fucking hell, I'm just going to have to watch it.
Well, watch Dead Set.
No, either that or say you said Muppets and just continue not to watch it.
Dead Set is good because it's written by
Don't
Charlie.
be a sheep. Don't be a sheep.
Hang on. I'm speaking. Let me finish speaking. Dead Set is good because it's written by Charlie Brooker, who's the guy who writes Black Mirror.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'd definitely watch that.
I like Black Mirror, actually. I've watched quite a lot of that.
Yeah, well, watch Dead Set. Right, now you can speak, Phil.
I was going to tell you something, Phil, and I forgot.
It's because Andrew was talking.
Yeah, I've forgotten what I couldn't tell you then. I was going to say something to you, Phil, and I've forgotten it.
It can't be important.
Beep.
Oh,
I can still hear that. I can still hear you beeping.
I don't know. I don't.
That's so annoying.
I
What
literally
is that? What is that on the back of your sofa there? Is that an eyeball?
Oh, yeah, it's part of my SpongeBob blanket.
Jesus Christ, that's scary.
No, it's just SpongeBob in a blanket.
Huge, great big eyeball. Looks like you've got a huge squid there or something.
No, it's just SpongeBob. Yeah. SpongeBob.
That is well scary. That is.
It's not. It's my SpongeBob blanket.
Why has he got a willy between his eyes?
No, he doesn't. It's a nose.
It fucking looks like a sexual assailant to me.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants.
God.
How old are you, for fuck's sake?
36. I don't care.
I got fucking it with SpongeBob, and you with the fucking mini fetish. It's ridiculous.
Do you know what? This blanket has been with me everywhere. It came to university with me. It's been in multiple houses with me. Like, I've had this, honestly, since I was about 17 years old, this blanket.
At least Minnie Mouse is older than me.
But this blanket...
She's about 100 now.
It's been everywhere with me. It's been to uni. It's been to everywhere. So I'll never let it go. Yeah, it's been everywhere with me.
It was an excellent drive home from Scarborough. Fuck me, there's some.
What? You broken leg?
Yeah, I had to push the pedal with me stick. I had some bloke in a black Merc trying to merge into my lane alongside me. Fucking
So rude.
Well, it wasn't rude. It's goddamn dangerous. So I burnt him up.
I finished my night on Tuesday morning. I'm not back in work till the Saturday, and I want to go away in the van. So I want people to put in suggestions of places for me to go for a couple of nights in the van next week.
It's still going to be. Are the kids back to school by then?
Yeah, they're back to school.
Oh, should be better then.
Yeah.
Firstly, look at the weather forecast for the country. Find out where it's sunny.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how nice a place is if it's pissing down with rain.
Yeah, I want to go away next week, but I don't know where, so I want people to give me suggestions.
For starting.
For starting,
Yeah, come to North Wales coast, have sex with me, job them. You can sleep on the drive.
well, have sex with you and then just sleep on the drive.
Oh
Wonderful.
yeah, I don't like sharing a bed with people.
Yeah, I bet it is, Claire. It didn't stop when I was there. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it was nice up in Scarboro. I think we were far too north for rain.
I think it was nice everywhere but Cornwall, to be honest.
Yeah,
See,
my sister was down in Devon. She said it pissed down.
you can see the Zombie Big Brother on YouTube. So there you go. It's good. I would watch it.
I'll find it.
Would enjoy that. Going to see the bungalow we are buying tomorrow to do some measuring. You don't need to go to a bungalow to measure yourself. You just need to get a tape measure, put it down your pants, and then you'll be all right to get measuring that way. Top tip there for you. Or flop it out on some scales if you want to see how much it weighs, as once happened on YouTube. I don't know where this dog's gone again. It's supposed to be keeping me something. Bertie!
I'm surprised, actually, how
Bertie!
good I was in the van this week.
Bertie boy! Good boy! Come on!
I was literally in my normal pyjamas, like I am now, just in my duvet, and I was totally fine. And I was quite surprised. I thought, oh my god, I'm going to freeze my tits off. But I was actually right. I didn't have face freeze either. I was fine.
Oh, Jeff is about. Watch out, Jeff's about. One of these dodgy Americans.
Yeah, you need to check on Todd, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need to check on Todd, see how he's doing.
Hello, Jeff.
They've been having earthquakes in Texas the last 24 hours.
Oh, is this another bollocks story?
No, that was just Todd dropping his wallet.
No, it's not a bollocks story.
Todd doing a fart.
They've been having earthquakes in Texas, so we need to find out how Todd is.
Well, he put up a video the other day, but I haven't seen it yet.
What's Todd's channel? I don't think I follow it.
Silver-haired slacker.
Silver-haired stacker.
Why don't I? Let me look.
He does videos about banned subjects.
Well, no, normally it's about him going off to his local auctions and buying titloads of crap and selling it for a ton of money.
I have I'm just over a week off completing my buying ban. And so far, it's gone well.
I haven't bought any stock for 2 weeks. That's only because I haven't been at home.
Is he hair or haired?
It's a big yellow round emblem on his page. That looks like a coin.
Oh, yeah, I found him, yeah. No, I'm not subscribed. I'm subscribed now.
It's quite good videos. They're reasonably long, and it's basically him going to auctions and that. He shows you all the shit he's going to buy.
Oh my god, is that his face? No, that's someone called.
No, you won't see his face ever. I've seen his face once because there was a reflection of him in a window that he.
And you never wanted to see it again. No, I've never seen Todd's face. Just a hand. There's a hand. It just reminds me of like, do you remember Zap? When I was a kid, there was a program called Zap, and there used to be this program, and it was like hands on it. So the whole thing, it was like a comic strip thing, and it would be like, oh, do we do this one, this one, this one?
When you were a kid, I was your age.
But they'd be like,
when I was a kid, we had Finger Bob, we had Bagpuss, and the Pipkins with Top Off the Monkey and Hartley the Hare. I think Andy Pandy was still knocking about.
no, we had like Zap, and it was like the best show like ever.
They had everyone on Camberwick Green smoking spliffs.
I can't explain it very well. You'll just have to like YouTube Zap, because I can't explain it very well.
No, we had proper children's programs when I was a nipper.
Oh, so did I.
No, it's all shit. Had decent cartoons back in my era, like Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I had that too.
No, not the original ones from the 1960s.
How old are you, Phil?
Born in the 1960s.
Got to remember that Sophie can't do maths. She's
No, I literally can't do maths. It's true. I literally can't.
I'm not going to let you administer my medicines then, Jesus Christ. How many millilitres, or is it ounces?
No, I know those. I know all that because I do it every day. But any other
1 pill, 6 pills, 9 pills. Some pills.
What you got to remember, Phil, is that so far Sophie has successfully defended every medical negligence case that's been raised against her.
I've done what? I didn't catch any of that.
That's okay. That's for the best.
Oh, for God's sake! No, I can do all those maths because I do it every day. But any other maths, I can't.
Well, hang on. We've got a serious reselling question that's arised here from Bias MC. Hey guys, hope all is well. Currently got around 360k in eBay stock, and I wanted to change my SKU system / stock rotation. What do you guys use as a system? Don't have one.
Andrew doesn't have one. He tries to remember where the hell everything is.
My stock is store by category.
I'm quite lucky because everything I sell has a date on, so I just arrange them in date order.
Well, as soon as I started reselling, I bought boxes, and I only started off with 2 80-litre boxes, and I put them A and B, and then from there I got C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O.
You'll run out when you get to 27.
I'm down to T now, but yeah, I started a SKU system like straight away, and I just used boxes labelled, you know, A, B, C, D, F, G, and I just put stuff in those boxes, and that is my system. So then when I sell something, I know it's in the A box, and I get it out, or the D box, whatever, get it out. But I did that very, very early on.
And another good tip is don't put all the same items of the same type in the same box because it will still take ages to find it.
No, I don't do that either because I
right. We'll have to pause again. Because
1845.
No, it's ended in a 65. This one.
Okay. Oh, in that case, 1945, 1965.
No, because I buy wholesale. Like for example, like Levi's jeans, I can get the same model, but say one's 32.
No, stop. We're doing guess the price.
Well, I'm carrying on my conversation.
Because that's not how guess the price works.
Oh, fucking hell. What's it ending again?
65.
1865.
No.
I said that.
Oh, sorry, Phil. 1665.
No.
2065.
No.
2265. I've done it again, haven't I? I have done it again, haven't I? 2265.
No.
2665.
No.
2165.
No.
1765.
No.
765.
No.
565.
Nope.
3065.
Nope. Ross has already said that.
3265.
Nope.
3165.
Nope.
Fuck you 65.
That's obviously not a number. Closest guess has been a pound out.
49.65.
No.
51.65.
No.
29.65.
Correct.
Yes.
You're not having a chat about it.
Stumandry, isn't that the same as a certain Skoda car? An Octavia.
Hi, Lainey.
I used to have an Octavia. I used to like my Octavia.
Yeah, so Skodas are quite good, really, aren't they? But
Skodas are fantastic. I cannot believe the build quality. They're brilliant. Fastest car I ever had was my Octavia TDI estate.
People think they're shit, don't they? But they're not.
No, they used to think Skodas were shit, but
and they're made by VW Skodas.
The engines are.
Yeah.
But the build quality is bang on. It's not so stupidly high quality that you're scared to touch it, but everything works as it should do, and it's proper. When you press a button, it feels like a button. It doesn't feel like something you've got to hammer in, and it doesn't feel like you wave your hand next to it. It works like a button. It doesn't have about 1 trillion gadgets you don't goddamn need, but it does have all the ones that you do need. And when you press the accelerator, it goes fucking fast.
Yeah.
If you turn
even in post having D bought Yoda. I should have done a video on that, really. Breaking news: in post support Yoda. Missed that opportunity. Didn't check it out at the time for ticker issues, so couldn't do a video. Never mind. Hey, Stu, Richard. Who puts Richard? Never mind any of them. You want to be saying hello to Phil because he's broken his leg.
No, he hasn't.
I've broken the other one since then. I fell over trying to get me wine.
Poor lad. Did you get your Yodel stock that was on fire back? The stuff that burnt down? I haven't had any Yodel stuff burned down.
Why isn't Ross on here tonight? Ross!
He's eating chocolate.
No, he's not. He's healthy now.
He said at the very top of the chat he's going to be eating lots of chocolate, and then he's going to go to bed early because he's got a car boot.
My car boot's been rained off tomorrow.
There's a couple around here that'll be on, but I've banned myself from car boots for this year.
Right. I'm nothing off.
I did get a bunny rabbit. Look.
Ooh, a little one.
I got it from the manager of Sainsbury's in Scarboro, where we left very early, doing such a brilliant job. and closed down his cafeteria for him. Morrison's got a list that long. They're closing all their cafes now. Everyone's closing their cafeterias.
Yeah, they are. I think our one's staying in Cheltenham actually. But yeah, they are.
Sainsbury's are getting rid of their very last counters. They already got rid of the cheese counters and the fishmongers and all that shit. They're now getting rid of the hot food and the pizza ones.
Are they?
I think they're still going to have in-house bakery to cook stuff, but they're not going to have a counter.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna shed about 3,500 jobs, I think.
Bloody hell.
Because no one uses them.
No, they don't. But to be honest, whenever I've been into the Morrison's by me, because there's a pie one, a bird and base, like a chicken one, and a pizza one, and I thought, oh, I'll pick up a pizza. There's never anything on the counters. Like, there's someone behind there, and they're just like cleaning stuff. And then you ask them, like, oh, can I have this? And they're like, no, sorry, no.
I fell out with Morrison's ages ago because the amount of times they price something up on the shelf and it fucking isn't that when you get to the till. Winds me up. So I just don't shop there anymore.
Well, it just
It's a shame. They got some good shit.
There's somebody here.
And I thought, right, I'll go to their bird and base thing, or I'll go to their pizza one, or whatever.
Hello, Lainey.
Hello.
Hello,
You
Lainey.
all right?
We got to give our best wishes to Phil because he's fell off a cliff lift in Scarborough and he's injured himself.
He didn't fall off a cliff, Lainey.
Well,
We fell off a cliff, sorry.
No, he's not fell off a cliff.
Nobody.
He's fell over at the Cliff Lift Cafe in Scarborough and injured himself.
Apparently.
And Sophie doesn't believe it.
I still don't know who we're talking about.
Phil.
All right, Phil.
But he didn't, Lainey.
I was up your way.
Cliff.
Well,
Oh,
nearly
yeah.
up your way. I got as far as Scarborough.
Hey, whoa.
Well,
Hang
It's
on.
quite far.
Whoa, hang on. Toilet Girl is back in the chat. We haven't seen Toilet Girl for so long. Well, Scarlett. Also, Scarlett, we need to get back to having a profile picture. What is with the bear? Why is
No,
there a bear?
Lainey, Phil did not fall off
He
any.
fell off a cliff.
Well, I'm guessing he didn't fall off a cliff unless the cliff
No,
was
he's not
this
fell off a
big.
cliff. He's not fell off no cliff. He's
The
fell off the Cliff Lift Cafe.
Cliff
in Scarborough.
lip. That's
Yeah,
that's quite a mouthful.
he didn't fall off anything, Lainey.
No.
No, he's fell off the Cliff Lift Cafe and injured himself. He's told you.
Okay, so what injury does he have?
He's got a broken leg.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. I'm just listening to Sophie because
Yeah,
I know it's going to tell the truth.
He broke his leg. He hadn't broke his leg.
Right.
Told you himself several times.
Does he?
The man's there grimacing in pain, the poor lad.
Can you see?
That just looks like he didn't like the taste of something. Not like he grimacing in pain.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Honest to God, I could have done better than that.
The Weatherspoons in Scarborough was absolutely rammed all day long, every goddamn day. God. They had two floors and a mezzanine, and it took you 20 minutes to walk around to see if there's a goddamn table. I thought, I can't be asked to wait at the bar. I'm going to order from the table. You couldn't find a table. It was huge. It was very good. Well, you eventually did find a goddamn table.
Yeah.
You have to guard it with your life because people come up, people go off to the toilet or something. Can we have your chair? No, someone's sitting there. Can't you tell by the coat on the back of it and their bag and their stuff in front of them on the table? No, fuck off. The seagulls will rough up your way, Lainey.
You didn't come nowhere near my way. Scarborough's
Early.
hours away still. Couple
Hours?
hours. Well, it's still a couple hours, isn't it?
It took me 6 hours to get to bloody Scarborough. Big seagull.
Where's Toilet Girl been and also Scarlett?
To the toilet.
You need to give me your Instagram so that I can stalk you. I did notice actually that Toilet Girl had put out a video recently. I did watch it. I think I even commented on it, never got a reply.
I hope you got it sorted, Richard. And hello, Chris and Pat. Oh, man. So what you been up to? Work?
He's been.
Which one?
Any of you? Nobody answered.
I've just come back from Scarboro after messing around in a Sainsbury's there and rearranging everything to annoy all the customers.
I'd fallen off
Yeah.
a bit.
Why have you moved to this kit? Because Sainsbury's told me to. Well, it's your fault. Well, fuck off. My customer skills are brilliant.
I'm not happy with Sainsbury's because they're closing down my favourite cafe, so they can.
Not just your favourite cafe, all of them.
Yeah, well, then it's just ridiculous, really.
Well, they have put 4,000 new items into Argos.
Not bad.
How big's the sale, Connie? This big. How big? This
I would much prefer having my breakfast than I would to having some cheap Chinese crap from Argos.
I went into the staff canteen this morning and the manager had laid out shitloads of cakeys everywhere. Absolute piles of cakes. Cadbury's cream egg cakeys, other cakeys with Easter eggs on it and God knows what
Why
else.
are the cakeys and not just cakes?
Because he's about fucking fine.
I like cakeys. Got to be cakeys.
Yeah.
Cakeys
How old are you, Phil?
Oh, we had
Three
this
hundred.
He
debate.
was born in the 60s, apparently, as he told me.
Yeah. We have cakeys. I went in there and all my colleagues said, Phil, there are cakeys. Oh, good, I said. So I went in there. And then I cried because the coffee machine wouldn't work.
So, Lainey, I went to Cornwall this week in my van,
Very nice.
but I only stayed there the one night instead of two because it was absolutely fucking pissing it down. And I was literally like soaked.
I like it to rain. It's nice in the van when it's pissing down
It
outside.
was lovely, to be honest. It was
Atmospheric.
at night in the rain when it was pissing it down. I was under my duvet, like,
I do like a nice thunderstorm in a caravan. That's good.
Yeah, it was nice. However, all my clothes are wet, my shoes are wet. They don't dry out very well in the van, so I had to drive back with like wet shoes and like freezing cold feet. And
Did
then
you take extra clothing?
no, because I was only going to do like 2 nights, so I took like 2 lots of pants, 2 lots of
Rule
socks.
number 1 of camping is you will get wet. Take extra clothes.
And then I came back, had my wholesale order, which was shit. But then I went to the gym today, and I'm on the sled run challenge board in the gym. So I'd done my personal training session today, and then he just decided to like enter me into like the sled run challenge like at the end of my session. I was like, oh really? Like I'm roasted, like I'm fucking dead. And then so I done my challenge.
No pain, no gain.
No, so I got 11. Wait, like a sled run, so it's like this thing you have to push.
You got 11 what though?
And you have to push it and run, turn around, run, turn around, push it, run. And I done it 11 times in like I think you had like 90 seconds to do it in. So I done it like 11 times.
11 times.
But there was a girl who it's about like 20 kilo-ish. You have to like push and run.
Oh right,
like it's not light, But this girl did it before me, and she was at the start of her session. She got 15, and I was at the end of my session. I'd done 11, so I was quite chuffed with that.
It's very good.
And I've never done a gym challenge before, so I felt really like accomplished. I was like,
I had to walk to work every single day because they wouldn't pay the car parking fees at the fucking hotel. It's a mile there and back.
And then I went to my mum's, and we've made like a little allotment patch in the garden.
All right.
Like a little
You've
veg
got wonky veggies. wonky
And
veggies.
then we planted lettuce, carrot, and cucumber. And I had the cucumber seeds in my hand as we were like planting them. Then this massive gust of wind come and blew all the cucumber seeds out of my hand. So like now we're probably gonna have like cucumber
Just growing randomly everywhere.
in the garden, just like, oh, that's a cucumber. Oh yeah, that's a cucumber.
Why don't you just get a normal cucumber and stick that in the ground? It's got loads of seeds in it. They won't blow away.
Well, no, Phil. It's
Oh,
not...
hang on. Are we back on this freaking vegetable patch again?
Yeah. Yeah. Because my little vegetable patch.
When I was young, my uncle planted some vegetables in my mum's in our back garden type of thing, and he did like potatoes and carrots and pea pods and everything. And I just loved the pea pods, so I used to nick them all. And every time I went past, and I used to think that they didn't grow very well every year, but it wasn't that. It was because I was eating them.
No peas ever made it back to kitchen when I was growing peas. Yeah. I would be
because they're so nice and sweet.
And they're gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah, and you can't buy them like that. They're always really like old when you buy them.
All dry and horrible, aren't they?
Mm.
You all talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to flirt with Toilet Girl for a bit.
I used to grow garlic. Garlic is really nice when you grow it.
What, wild garlic?
Well, no, what you do is if you go to the supermarket and get a nice clove, and separate the cloves off and just plonk them in little tiny soil containers, they'll actually grow into their own big clove.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One clove will go into a big bulb and grow, and they're nice and sweet, and you get a nice garlic flavour.
One clove?
Yeah, you know, like when a garlic bulb goes all old and all this peels off, open it up and just snap off all the little individual little segments, isn't it?
Yeah.
Plonk them in the soil and water them up, and they grow into their own bulbs.
Oh, nice.
Okay. They're very tasty.
I used a lot of garlic, so I'd be interested in doing that.
Hi, Neil.
Any Jewish chat this week? Did you catch any of that last week, Lainey?
No.
Did you miss the drama last week?
Isn't that always?
Yeah. Oh, not as bad as this. We got bombed, didn't we, Andrew, by American TWATs who were anti-SEMTICK.
Oh, I've already said they were anti-Semitics. I can't even say the word now. Anti-Semitists joined us last week. It was awful.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I was going trying to work out what you were spelling.
What happened was we were talking about Hitler's plans for...
up in Scarborough, and we were talking about the Grand Hotel opposite my hotel, and it was, the conversation went along the lines of, I think Adolf Hitler wanted the hotel as a head Q.
Yeah, one of the locations the Nazis were scouting out Hitler's HQ, and that got picked up by... Oh, hang on, just said it again. Hopefully this won't happen again tonight. But yeah, that got picked up by some bots, and then there were trolls coming in, all sorts of stuff. It was carnage.
All right.
It's quite funny looking back, but at the time it was like, what the fuck?
Do you remember a couple of years back when there was loads of like trolls and bots just impersonating everybody? They were taking everybody's profile pictures and creating exactly the same profile.
Yes.
Jeff on it.
No, yeah, I was on several channels, apparently, trying to do all sorts. So I was like,
yeah.
But I was in work as well. So people were messaging me going, what are you saying this for? I was like, Be on about some work, go away.
Yeah, it got really bad, didn't it?
But now that you can claim your own name and handle, it's not possible to do. People can't impersonate Money Mental UK anymore because it is exclusive to me, unless they have my.
Unfortunately, I can't claim my avatar because I actually nicked it off of the Felix adverts.
I'm 50 in a few weeks. Well, about 8 weeks' time, I think. June. Getting out.
Hello, Shauna. We're totally distracted. I've not paid attention to the chat. Neil's come in as well. Welcome, Neil. There we go.
Yeah, same Neil.
You're having a big party, Lainey.
Nah.
Nah.
I did debate about it, but nah.
Do a YouTube live.
I didn't have a party
Ask
on my
people to super chat you, and then use the money to spend wisely on more cider.
Is that what you would do?
What we could do, me and Andrew could go to a nominated Wetherspoons, give you the address of the pub and a table number, and we can drink stupidly on your behalf.
Drink on my behalf. That's nice.
When little Steve had his birthday, I made everyone super chat me in honour of little Steve's birthday. I got about 25 quid. He got nothing. He was fuming.
Thank you, Scarlett. She just shared my channel. I will be rebranding as well. There's an exclusive.
What are you rebranding to, Lainey?
Oh, I don't know if I should say yet.
Oh, okay.
It's not that exciting, to be fair. I just think Big Girls Really Do Cry is just a bit too much. And I've wanted to change it for about 2 years. But then, do you know when you're just not sure?
Yeah.
And then some people were like, oh, but we always know you as this. But it makes me cringe.
Is it going to be Lainey's Mad Hoose?
I kind of had that when I swapped from SB Reselling Co. to So's Vintage and Thrift. Like, I found that a lot of people still know me as SB Reselling Co.
Mm.
And I personally felt my views and everything on YouTube went down because I changed my name.
Well, when you changed the name?
Yeah.
I had no idea who So's Vintage and Thrift was for ages. Still no clue. So yeah, the messages coming through. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
I'm not changing my branding. I've got too much merch.
I'm not joking. Like, you have to tell me 3 times the other week what name was. 3 times. I thought Sophie was a freaking catfish at one point.
It's the whiskers, isn't it?
So I went to my other chat as my name, like, oh, hi. And like, loads of people were like, hi, like, who are you? And I was like, it's Soph, you know? And it's me, SB Reselling Co. So it is quite a difficult thing to do, actually.
Yeah.
I personally feel that a lot of my views and everything have gone down since I changed. But
are you happy with your name?
Yeah. I prefer my name now because I feel like I just kind of I didn't feel that SB Reselling Co was me anymore, sort of thing. Rather than So's Vintage and Thrift was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm more than happy with my name. But I just kind of felt like, you know, I'd go into like some chats and they'd be like, hi, like, who are you? and I did feel like a lot of my YouTube and, you know, subscribers and hours, you know, everything went down because of it. But I'm happy with my name. And also, I don't do YouTube just for that. I do it because I like documenting what I do and I like making videos. Like, I don't do it just I don't do it just for YouTube. I do it for me as well because actually I quite like looking back on the things that I've done too. So
I do.
It saves memory on the computer, doesn't it? Let YouTube bloody well store the fuckers. So
You have to enjoy what you're doing, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of thing, because I think you just stop otherwise.
I tend to avoid looking back at episodes of Drinking with Andrew, I must admit.
Yeah, maybe that might be a good idea in your case.
I
avoid that too.
I will look at other stuff I've done, but I won't go back and look at Drinking with Andrew if it's safer not to.
Oh, thank you, toilet girl. But yeah, I just it's like, you know, when I go traveling, like, you know, when I went to like my brother's wedding, I went traveling like, afterwards and stuff. Like, I like looking back on those videos, and like when I go away in the van and things like that. Like, I like watching what I did in the van and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not just for other people I make videos. Like, it's for me as well, and I just enjoy making little videos.
It's strange, isn't it? Because there's so much of like looking back, and you forget all of like so many things that have happened. It's amazing how much you forget.
I look at unboxings and hauls from 4 years ago, and I think still haven't listed that.
That's why you don't want to look back, because you don't want to be going, oh my god, I still haven't. That was 4 years ago.
But I love like watching back my videos when my brother got married, and like when I went traveling after, went to like Vienna, Prague, Switzerland, like everything else. Like, I love watching those back, because, and then you're like, oh yeah, I did go. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Like, I went there, you know. And like that feeling of when you first see, like, you know, the Danube River or something like that, like it comes back to you, you know. It's like, yeah, I remember seeing the river, but I don't remember that feeling of seeing it. And then you watch that video and you're like, yeah, I've got that feeling again because I saw something for the first time, you know? It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's good. I think like, the same with what you're saying is like when I first went out in the wheelchair and I was just going around the doors and I was really scared about crossing roads and things like that. So having all of that as well, it's like just, and then going like literally going 5 miles, well, like 10 miles really there and back in the wheelchair all along the coast. And I was absolutely terrified because I'd gone 2 miles away, like at the most. And because you don't know what the pathways are going to be like, you know, being in the wheelchair and everything. So having them is just like, it's a massive confidence boost to look back at them. Because I just...
like the feeling, like you're feeling, like, because you're in the moment, you've got that feeling. Like you forget it, and then like when you watch something back, you're like, oh yeah, I remember feeling that. I can remember like that feeling, you know?
Yeah.
It's the emotion you forget because you get over it. You know, you move forward, something else happens in your life, whatever. So you forget that emotion, and then when you watch that video back, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the charity channel hop thing, which was 5 years ago this year.
Yeah.
Like looking back at that, it's just mental how that came together. 5 years this year. Especially how... Sorry, Andrew?
So you definitely don't watch the Drinking with Andrew component of that one.
What, when you were doing the questions, you mean?
What any part of it that I was involved in, we'll skip past that. We don't need to watch it.
I did watch a couple of your very, very old Drinking with Andrews before. Jesus Christ.
There's a funny part, like for me anyway, like that you wouldn't necessarily see this if you're watching it, but it was the night before my brother's wedding in La, and he didn't actually realise I was filming him at the time. And one of my brother's friends asked, "Oh, do you miss Soph?" And he was like, "Oh, like, oh no, sorry." She asked me, "Do I miss Joe?" And I said, "Yeah, I felt like, because he's my twin, I was like, oh yeah, I felt like, you know, my right arm went when he went to Germany because he's always been there," sort of thing. And then there's a few comments that like Joe made afterwards, and then he was like, "Oh, were you filming then when he watched the video back?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." But what he said was just like, it was quite heartfelt and true still anyway. So I've got that. I can watch that anytime that I want. Do you know what I mean? Because he didn't actually know I was filming at that point.
So
Yeah.
we have learned.
Little moment that actually I got on camera that was just natural, and I can sit back and I can watch that, you know, whenever.
That's
So
nice.
what we have learned from this experience is don't be anywhere near Sophie because she might secretly record you.
But the thing is, I had my phone like that, like literally in his face, and he was like, "Oh, were you recording?" Obviously.
Do you
But the
remember
thing is,
when
Andrew,
Harvey Chris?
you record yourself, so it doesn't really matter in that sense, does it?
But as a key government official, I cannot be recorded by others.
As a what, Terry?
As a key government official, I can't be recorded by others. God knows what I'd be saying or doing. It'd be all over the freaking newspapers again. We're bad enough when I were in the Sun last year. Yeah, so don't be putting me in no press or anything like that. I might soon be launching a podcast. I need a podcast co-host. Phil is not allowed to apply for the role.
Can I be a
That's
co-host?
right.
You want a podcast co-host?
Yes.
Am I allowed?
Don't know.
Oh, fuck
Why am I not allowed to apply, incidentally?
Because I watched your podcast with Carby Chris.
Yeah, but I wasn't the host.
You're not going to be the host of my podcast either. I'm going to be the host of my podcast.
I thought you said a co-host.
Oh, so you want people to interview, you mean?
No. I want a co-host, but I'll be the host.
Right.
Bollocks!
So basically, do you want the co-host to be there when you go to the toilet or go get a can? Is that why you're having a co-host?
No.
You'll have to come on and just do a little jig, like, he'll be back in a minute.
When me and KFC and Corey used to do our shows together, be like that.
Have you looked into how much it costs to do a podcast?
On YouTube, it's free. It ain't going
No,
nowhere.
but it's not really a podcast. If you want to put it as a podcast,
Yes, I'm not interested in any of that bollocks. It's going on YouTube.
That's not a podcast, then. It's just another YouTube show.
Yes, it's a podcast on YouTube. It's a YouTube cast.
So
you can do the same thing in the sense you can listen to it in your car or whatever, can't you?
Exactly.
Why don't you put your entire backlog of Drinking with Andrews up as a podcast onto Spotify? You'd make a fucking fortune.
I think I'll probably lose my career. Anyway, I'm going to be launching a Toilet Girl. Scarlett, would you like to be a podcast co-host?
Ask Hanley. She's got experience.
Hanley has already rejected the opportunity.
Well,
But she laughed a lot.
Now before him asked, so meh.
I haven't. Sophie, you're allowed to apply.
You get a glove puppet and duck under the desk and
You just
be a
said,
glove puppet.
no, I said, can I be a podcast host?
And I said maybe.
I don't know. So, whatever.
I'm not even allowed to appear on the show, so
Exactly. So you're doing better than Phil, aren't you? So I wouldn't be getting upset here because you're in consideration.
So
what's your podcast going to be about?
Business.
Business.
Yes. It's going to be
confused because I've
a boring one then.
It's going to be a serious podcast.
Count me out.
And someone's just commented in utero, love it. I was never in utero. I don't understand.
I've never been there either.
No. And actually, I was in Western, and then someone just commented saying, "In utero, love it." Don't get it.
Maybe that's where they are.
Yeah,
and so,
how is Western utero?
is
Where's
it Nina? Not a Scooby. Dairy? diary even of a part-time reseller. Is that your
Dairy.
dairy? Yeah.
Dairy.
Well, he is always milking it, isn't he? So, but
Very cheesy, isn't he? Very cheesy.
Right.
I bet he's got a smeg
I
cow.
have found, after an exhaustive search, my co-host.
who?
Sorry to kill.
All right.
Me and Scarlett are going to be launching the podcast. It'll be Scarlett's first big reveal on YouTube Live. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Scarlett, for accepting the offer to be my co-host.
Do you call that toilet?
Yeah, it's fucking mouth isn't working properly, is it?
Did you say
No, mine is there.
Sorry, Scarlett.
Hello, Paulette. Welcome.
Hi, Paulette. Hope you're good.
Paulette has won my chopper before.
Hello, Paulette.
Have I received my prize yet, Andrew?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Terms and conditions.
Stu said you could call it all piss and wind.
If it's a picture of you wearing your totcha on a as a screenshot from one of your previous shows.
Well, I'm going now. I said I was going about half an hour ago. So,
There you
There you go.
yeah, I'm fucking off.
I hate to.
There you go.
Yeah, where you going? You're already at home.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just going from here, ain't I?
From where to where though? You've only got 2 rooms.
Well, off the laptop, back to the sofa, innit?
You're already on the sofa.
Well, I might move up it a bit.
So basically, you're not actually going anywhere.
No, just out of here.
But you're not, are you? Because you're still going to be in the same place.
No, fuck off. Right, I'm going. Goodbye, everyone. and nice to talk to
Good
you.
night.
Haven't
Good
seen
We'll
night.
talk to you later on, Sophie, about
Yeah.
Mr. Paddington.
Hear the abuse
Yeah,
that I just
Phil,
got there.
message me when you want me to send you Paddington. I will. And
Okay, cool.
lovely to talk to you, Lainey. I haven't spoken to you in ages.
No, it's been ages, hasn't it?
Yeah, nice to talk to you,
All I'm
lovely.
saying, Lainey, as you came
And
on,
Andrew,
hopefully Friday
just
she was
right,
home.
fuck off, basically.
Yeah, that abuse.
Fuck off. Lainey, I love you. Phil, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
How do I message somebody on Discord? I got some fucking crazy bloke here wanting to have a chat with me.
How do you message
Just
what?
someone on Discord, you go to the top and do send to member.
Hang on. How do I send a picture on it? Right, I've done it. Right, there
Find
you
or
go.
start a conversation.
Right, you've had your wait. Are you human? Please come. Fuck off. No fucking cat.
Are you human?
Oh,
Or are
here
you
we go.
drunk?
A DM's just arrived.
I've sent you a big chopper. You'll be fine.
Blimey. That is a big chopper. Oh, no, actually, it's not a big chopper. It is, in fact, a medium chopper, isn't it? Apparently, I've got to wave to you. So, I've done a
Wave?
wave.
Why
We're
is-
on just.
I don't want to have a conversation. Christ.
You started it.
You were the one who was moaning. You had another thing, so I sent you a thing, and now you're fucking trying to converse with me.
You could have sent it on Instagram, for Christ's sake.
I've gone for Discord, haven't I? Fuck you. No.
Discord has conversations. Well, I can send you pictures of coins now.
Yeah, no, you'd be instantly blocked. Yeah, so everything's about Discord now, Lainey, and honest to God, I can't get to grips with it at all. Discord, I call it.
I'm too old. Discord, and I've only just started to like get into TikTok a bit, but
No,
Discord's just like
I'm not on
No,
the Discord.
Discord is like Facebook, except not everyone can see it.
Oh, here we
Only the
go.
people you
Nice
like.
to join us just 2 hours late. Jesus Christ.
Good thing with Discord is you can send stuff to each other and God knows what else in a private setting rather than the whole world being able to see it.
You can do
you can
that.
do that on Messenger and on WhatsApp.
it's a
and
bit
on
more glorified than that.
Instagram and on.
It's like Facebook. You can do all sorts of shit and there and structure it really nicely and God knows what else. But it's only open to whoever you want it to be open to.
A lot of people on YouTube have Discord, don't they?
Yeah.
Carboot Chris has got a Discard group which I am in. It is actually the only paid for Discard group that I'm in currently. I've left all the other ones that I was in and paying for as I decided that I was going to cut costs.
I'm in about 6 or 7, but all the ones about Carboot Chris are shit. So I accidentally pressed join conversation on one of them. I couldn't turn the conversation off. People going, "Who's this collector Phyllis person? Who's this?" And I'm going, "Well, I don't turn this off." I don't know. I'm just like you, lady. Once you get into unknown grounds, you think, "What the fuck? How did you turn it off?"
Now, Neil's had an excellent idea. We should have a Reddit page for DWA, which I won't be involved in, obviously, because.
And the Wikipedia, because you can change that, can't you?
There should
I've never ever used Reddit. I know of it.
I have used Reddit. I do have a Reddit account. I have been banned from Reddit more than once. They don't like it when you I used to use it for the Doctor Who groups, and they don't like it when they have arguments with people and ban you.
Well, that's what it's about.
So, Reddit is a bit ban crazy. I believe Jesse's husband, Callum, runs the Vinted group on Reddit. But I'm not
Be back in a minute.
Yeah, somebody needs to set up a Drinking with Andrew Reddit page. I think that would be a fantastic idea then, Neil.
I've never used Reddit before in my life, so it won't be me.
Well, this is your time, isn't it? This is your opportunity.
No, not really. I can't be asked. You won't let me be a co-host, so there.
No, I simply said you couldn't apply for the position.
No, you said you could not apply for the position, was the exact words.
Yeah. You can't apply for the position.
I can rewind it and show it to you if you like.
I've just said you can't. I've just repeated myself. You can't apply for the position. That's all I've said. Not the same as me saying.
So it's automatically mine then.
No.
Don't worry, I don't want it. It's okay.
You unfortunately, you're not.
I'll make a brilliant interview. I'll interrupt you all the time and ask him stupid questions.
Oh, it pissed me off in about 5 minutes.
What colour underwear are you? It's sharp. What colour underwear are you wearing? Is it green?
When we launched the Drinking with Andrew, not the Drinking with Andrew podcast, because that would be ridiculous. When we launched the Money Mental UK podcast, it needs a co-host. I might ask Rachel if she wants to do it. She might be up for it.
It also needs wider audience. You need it on Spotify and.
I think that can come at another point. I need no fucking complicated shit going on. We're just doing it on YouTube just now. This is exactly why you're not being co-host.
Well, people like banter.
Coming in with these fucking stupid ideas like Spotify, fucking Apple Podcasts, whatever. Welcome, Ross.
Jesus Christ, Laney's changed. Oh, she's moved to the cross.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
No.
Not a word, no. Is Ross talking?
So, I'm actually disappointed at Soph, because Soph asked me to go on, and I was literally about to go on, but I needed to go to the toilet first. And I had the headphones in and was listening, and then she ran off before I could, come back and say, no, I'm jumping on. So, also as well, she said...
It's not like you had 2 hours of notice.
She was there.
Yeah, she still hasn't fixed that bloody alarm.
No, and it annoys the shit out of me.
It's like the sound of purgatory.
When I end up in hell, all it's going to be is smoke alarms without batteries in going off. That is going to be hell for me.
Yeah, and coins and lasers.
And medium choppers that you call big choppers.
I used to collect coins. I'd be all right with that.
Have you still
But
got
no,
them?
if you are still watching, you should jump back on. Sophie.
Sophie ain't coming
Yeah.
back.
Oh, okay.
She's
Yeah, I
already,
know.
she's already upset her podcast co-host tonight, so she's banned from the podcast co-host role now.
So she's gone away to Patagonia or wherever because she had to go really far away from where she was watching, where she was on the show.
Hi, Ross.
Good evening. You all right?
We'll find out where this
I'm
goes.
good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Cool.
Turn your phone that way, Ross. Does it not make any difference? Doesn't it auto?
It does on the
Okay.
phone, but not the camera.
Well, then.
The camera's still in the same place. You're right. It was more of
Doesn't
a
your camera auto correct?
no. It was more of a landscape one last week, actually.
That's a bit of a shit phone, isn't it?
There's a state-of-the-art Samsung phone.
A button where you can lock it and unlock it.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
that's.
portrait.
Find the key.
Because you waste.
When you
There's
go
like a third of you.
Yeah. Yeah, it should try and change across. Wait. There we are. Oh, auto rotate. There we go. Yeah, there we go. It was magically switched off. There we go.
Sorted.
It's better. We can see more of you rather than a strip. It looks like we're watching a TikTok version.
Right, I'm going to put the link in the chat so that Toilet Girl can join us live as well.
Cool.
We're going to get Scarlett to come live for a chat. There may be some flirting involved. Not by
So,
me, but professional.
Andrew, I do have extensive broadcast experience. I used to host an MK Dons podcast. I also hosted a podcast about European football. I was a studio guest on Radio 5 Live for 6 hours.
Fucking hell, Christ. What were they doing for 60? Did you have to go to the toilet? Did you get a break for the toilet at any point in that?
Yes, because there was always like news bulletins and all that.
Well, that's inconsiderate.
So it was from like midnight to 6 in the morning. It was actually on the old BBC television.
I will put out a form, and then you can all fill it out, and then I'll review the applications live on a YouTube, and we'll all vote on who can apply for it.
Yes, nailed down. Yes. But yeah, it was actually in the old television centre before they moved to broadcasting house. So, although other TV companies still use television centre.
So does the BBC.
Yeah, but they're not based there anymore. That isn't their HQ anymore.
No, but they still use a portion of it.
And BBC Radio 5 Live. Yeah, BBC Radio 5 Live are based in Salford now.
Everyone's based in bloody Salford. Shithole place.
I'm not. Jess, where are you, Jess? So we go in Manchester on the 1st of May? That's my question to Jess. Links in the chat, Scarlett, as well, for when you want to pop on. Just click on the link.
To a meet-up in Manchester, like.
No, it's the,
Yes, it's the 16th, 17th, and 18th of May.
that's not the one I'm referring to.
Isn't there
you've
an
got the
eBay
Yeah.
thing in Bristol or something?
Yeah, I think that's around now. The eBay event in Manchester, I think it's the 1st of May. I don't really fancy going because it just I'm not getting time off to go to that. eBay Open, that's a different matter because that's actually good. But from what I've heard, they are a bit like business coffee mornings. These eBay meetups. That's just coming from some people who've been there. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know if necessarily it'd be worth my time. Good luck to those going, and I hope you have a great time. But yeah, it doesn't sound like my cup of tea. Excuse the pun. It's a coffee morning. Yes, I have had a career in broadcasting. Sorry?
There's usually beer afterwards.
Yeah, Yeah, and actually, eBay Open, I did drink back a lot of fees in alcohol at eBay Open. It was a free bar, so I decided to recover some of my fees from eBay.
And your food as well, don't forget.
Oh yes, food. Yeah.
I recovered a substantial amount of my fees from the food at the last roadshow thing they did.
Oh yeah.
Yes. How was that, Scott? Phil?
Huh?
How was that, Scott?
Oh,
Entry, Ascot.
Yeah, it was Ascot, yes. It depends what you were going there for, really. I just went there because I've not been to one of them roadshow things before. It's not like an open,
No.
but it is incredibly business orientated. There's seminars all morning. It's all main stage stuff, and basically you're all in the hall watching all the seminars all the time, unless you've got a booked appointment to go and see a rep or something. But it's quite intensive.
Yeah,
It
eBay Open is quite
speakers.
intensive.
It all depends on who the speakers are and whether. I mean, if they're talking about some shite you don't give a crap about because it's not your cup, not your part of your business or something, then it's still worth listening to because sometimes they come up with a few things. And think, oh, really? But basically, you go there because you can hear a lot of stuff from eBay firsthand by them. Usually a few weeks in advance of when it goes live and shit.
Yeah.
And of course the hospitality is they're always very good at hospitality. It's like you walk in the morning, there's some banging bits of brekkie stuff going on, and the dinners are, prestige.
Yeah. That sounds alright, yeah.
And the price is good, it's free. Apart from your own travel, like, you know what I mean? But yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Good hospitality. You do get a chance to network as much as you want to, or as little as you want to. So if there's one near you or something there, and you've got nothing better to do that day, it's a jolly day out.
Yeah.
It is company, I would have thought, because I went on my own and there was no fucker there that I knew. But it was all right. I enjoyed the trip up there. It was interesting to listen to them.
Yeah, it's just, well, I'd have to get time off for like my day hustle. So if it's that, it's probably, it's got to be worth it, to be honest. Like eBay Open's really worth it, I think. But
there's never any near me ever, or I'm working.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's
Todd, he's here. The hand that Todd is right. Todd, have you survived the earthquakes? Sophie didn't believe me that it was earthquakes in Texas. It's just like
also Todd's an example of an actual friendly American that isn't a nutcase, unlike last week. Still can't believe that. I'm not going to go into details because I don't want to attract more of the rats.
Okay, but we've already his podcast, his last stream was still monetized.
Yeah,
was it?
Yeah. I can believe it. Still fully monetized. Anti-Semitism is fine with YouTube, apparently. It's like, what? I get demonetized all the time for DWA. It rarely ever stays monetized. Yet last week, completely fine. That's okay, lads. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Lainey. I don't know if you're familiar with the drama that happened last week.
I didn't see the show last week.
So, I may have mentioned a building in Scarborough that was
opposite
picked to be the UK headquarters by a certain dictator, the biggest dictator in history that we all know about, in the Second World War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the last disagreement.
That attracted then some random American person from America, from New Jersey, no less, but it wasn't Bobby. With no
American person from America.
Yeah, and his camera wasn't there. His camera wasn't on, and
so he's acting on the screen with you.
Yeah, but he was talking like we were all talking, and then Andrew asked him about the tariffs, and he was talking about the tariffs, and then he went on, but he said, "Oh, I'm not that bothered about the tariffs. The real problem with the world is people of a certain faith, and that's why he said it was anti-Semitism, and said that against people of that faith." Because I'm trying not to repeat what he said, and yeah, Andrew quite rightly booted him out immediately, but then he returned with an AI voice putting on a Canadian accent on a different account and said the same thing again.
So he's basically a relative of that dictator.
Yeah.
Same with the same viewpoint type of thing.
He's an NN, isn't he?
Yes.
The,
Yeah. So
the neo-Nazis were loose, yeah.
yeah, but so Lainey, I was trying not to repeat it, but also because we went and because we mentioned all that and the N word and all that. Apparently, from what Andrew said, and this happened, the algorithm bounced it to this nutcase and it attracted him in. So yeah, I still can't believe it though. So, Sophie,
YouTube algorithm, can't you? Messaging her. Oh, here's a live stream you might be interested in.
Yeah, but Sophie gave him absolute hell, which was very good of her. She didn't put any crit shit from him.
Yeah,
because he also started calling Sophie baby, and Sophie was like, "Don't call me baby." That was weird.
Yeah. I had to run in with one once.
Oh really?
Yeah. It was because it's religious, so I'll not get into another version of yeah.
But no, it's it's a bit like, I don't know if you've ever seen those that Channel 5 show, The Right Stuff, and I think it still happens about with Jeremy Vine, where like someone phones in and starts being like really rude and they immediately cut them off.
Yeah.
Although there was one Scottish person who was like on it and was like really, really offensive, but because he had like a thick Glaswegian accent, Jeremy Vine didn't actually know what he was saying. But he was going on about the Pope and the IRA because he was a Rangers fan. It was it was a bit mad.
There was
But
a Rangers bar in Scarborough. A literal Rangers bar. It's called the Rangers, and it had all the Rangers merch in it or everything.
That's real weird.
Not only that, I went in there and had a it's like a real quasi locals bar sort of thing. You walk in there and you think, oh hello, sort of thing. Be careful in here. One of my mates that were working with us on our crew that day, he's a Scot and he's a Rangers fan, so he was up there. And he's an old guy like me, you know. He's not a young whippersnapper, but he's quite small. We take the piss out of him because he's only like 5'6", calling him the wee Scot. And he's got the wee shrill accent like this, you know. Oh fuck! In a minute I will. And all this sort of, you know, like they get.
What's that accent?
Yeah, exactly. I can understand either.
Phil, that sounds like you're trying to do a Geordie accent very badly.
Yeah.
No. Lainey would have understood it if it was a Geordie accent.
Well,
I don't think I would.
Well, but it didn't because it was so bad.
That's because I am so southern. I can't possibly do anything accents north of Watford. I don't think.
Yeah.
It's an astounding bar. You go in there and it was, you know, you think, yeah, this is a Rangers bar, and of course they had the Rangers game on. Was it yesterday?
Yes, they got beat by Athletic Bilbao.
Yeah, but my mate went up there to go watch it. We came back from work early. He went up for a shower and came down. He got his full Rangers kit on and everything like this. Yeah, going up to and all this.
Did he have the kilt on too?
I did ask him. I asked him that very question. He says, "Nay, but I do have one at home, but he gets a wee chilly up the window." or whatever he said. I don't know. I'm just paraphrasing.
What the fuck was
But
that?
he went up there, and their tellies broke.
Oh, really?
So he came back. And by the time we got back, they were 2-0 down. I said, "Not been a good night for you, boy, has it?"
Well, it was either the telly was broke or they had the TV license inspector was about.
No. They obviously got all the licenses. I mean, it's they got like a karaoke stage in there as well for all the Scottish songs, both of them. They'd have Proclaimers and that one they do on New Year's Eve, I think. But
Oh, one thing. There's a lot more Scottish songs than that, Phil.
yes, I know I'm taking the piss,
But also Rangers fans would also have loyalist songs as well.
I'll tell you what, their jukebox didn't have things like Madonna and Venga Boys or anything like that on it. All the songs on their jukebox all were 18 plus songs. I tell you what, Jesus Christ, I've listened to some 18 plus songs in my life.
Yeah, they're probably like songs obsessed about a battle between Catholics and Protestants in Northern Ireland 500 years ago.
The bar wasn't entirely populated with the Scottish Rangers fans, although the Scottish Rangers fans would go there when they go to Scarborough, but it attracted that type of character, if you like, from the Scarbarian neighbourhood. Let's say. I used to run a lot of estate bars and Christ knows what else, where there's all sorts of colourful characters which you really don't want to mess with, but you got to.
Yeah.
And I went in there and I sat down in there. I felt uncomfortable. And I've been in a lot of bars. I felt it's not really my bar, is it? But to be fair, they left me alone. You know what I mean? They were being idiots and messing around and that, but they didn't. They didn't mess around with anyone else that came in. They left people alone.
Yeah,
fair enough. But yeah, you sort of get all the sort of like 50, 60s-year-old builders that have just finished their 2-hour brickying shift or whatever, coming in there absolutely out of their skulls on whatever they are.
Brickying.
There are some great TikTok videos of like Friday nights and like pubs at like 1 a.m, and there's like someone in like bloody orange high vis doing karaoke and jumping around because they've been on the pub.
I literally just walked up the high street. I'd been in one of the it's a beach town, isn't it? I've been in one of the arcades there. I'd sat down at the old bingo slidey doodads and I'd won myself a teddy bear. And my mate that I was walking in with, he says, Phil, give me that fucking teddy bear. I'll stuff it in a carrier bag, for Christ's sake, or you're going to get the shit kicked out of you.
Oh, God. Don't you live relatively near the... Yeah, don't you live relatively near the coast, Lainey?
Yeah, right on the coast.
I mean, I live right on the coast.
Beaches.
There's some seaside amusement places around there, isn't there?
Yeah. Have you been there?
Do the 10p sliders?
No, I've not been there, but I know people that went there. So I know that there are those sort of things around there. Sorry, Phil.
The 10p sliders, they're like the tipping point machines.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's them.
If you go in there and they got, you got the big machines that you put your money in to get your 10p's out.
Yeah.
Throw all your money in there, get all the 10p's out, and go through them until you find a letter. Because you can always cash the other 10p's in. You're not losing no money. If you find a 2019 with an A on for Angel of the North, worth 38 quid.
There's all them ticket things now, innit, where you just get like tickets to buy.
No. This was old school, like the old school arcade.
Penny Falls machines are called.
This is what I liked about it. It was like me going back about 45 bastard years. I went in there, like the clickety clack bingos where you go clack 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 and you push all the black squares back, and the shout would go, oh, there's 21 on the red, and there's number 6 on the blue, and you go clackety clack clack and all this. And then when you get a line, you go, who's comes over, clack clack clack. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you get a token, not a bloody bit of paper card thing. When you get enough tokens, you can go up to the display cabinet and say to the young lady, I'd like that one there.
Nice.
Nostalgia. Good.
Oh.
Do you remember the horse machine thing?
Yeah, I love that.
Names, and then they just go along on a metal stick.
Yeah, you used to bet on the green one because it was worth 16 times your bet, and it never ever won.
Yeah.
Until you walked away and someone put one in and it won. It's like you sit down at the bingo machines and all this, like that, all the locals or some of the tourists that are coming in, having a good old game on the old thing. It's only like 20p. It's like an electric card thing, and like I say, it's not electric. It's electric because it had lights on it, but you just slide the black sliders back and forwards to mark your numbers off. And the man would come around and say, anyone like a nice cup of coffee, and all this. How much is that then? He said, no. You'd be putting cups of coffee out for everyone. It's proper good. I enjoyed it.
It sounds quite pleasant.
Yeah, it was really nice walking in there. Like I said, they had all the 2p sliders and all the really low value fruit machine sort of things. The ones that you only got to put 10p in, not a quid, and then double it up for one. And I tell you what, the actual prize board that they gave you, looking at the values of the wins, were pretty good. If you spent a day in there and you sort of won 20 wins or something, you can walk away with an air fryer or something like that. They had a telly in there for about 60 wins, and my mate that dragged me in there said, "Oh, come on, you've got to see this bingo hall thing. It's real good." He had a carrier bag, a Sainsbury's carrier bag full of wins that he'd got. He'd only cleared the place out. He was getting phone banks and bloody thing on. One of them stack up a load of tokens. One of them stack up a load of tokens. And that's how I like. That's how I remember arcades.
Yeah.
None of this. It's like fruit machines. I used to like my fruit machines when they had mechanical reels in it. But when you get these TVs that are in front of it, you think, I can't trust that. Even though I know the other ones, even though you knew the other ones are rigged, for certain these ones are because they're electronic.
Yeah, it's a bit like you go on a bookies now and they've got electronic greyhound racing, so it's like computer generated greyhounds, and I'm like, how can you trust that? That's surely rigged.
I mean, again, back in my youth, when I used to do overtime when I used to work for an insurance company in the middle of Southampton, and we'd only do 4 hours on a Saturday morning and get paid for double time for it. We used to say, do you fancy going up a bookie to sit upstairs and have a go on the dogs, proper dog racing? You know what I mean? You can see the bloody dogs running around. You can have they pinned up all the newspapers on the wall with all the form and that, so you could have a read. Think, oh yeah, I fancy that dog. You watch it. Oh no, he's not had a shit. I'm not gonna bet on that bastard.
You're
going to dog racing, going to actual dog racing. You used to get a basket with chips and chicken or chips and sausages, and they go on a play spot or something like that.
You're absolutely right. It was the Wild West last week. Sorry,
they were good days out, weren't they? They were good days out.
Yeah,
but when it's electronic, do you want to beat the odds that the computer says, and it's random? Nah, that's not fun. Because if you have a good day out and you take all your betting money with you and you lose it, doesn't matter because that was your good day out, wasn't it? If you come back with a bit of wedge, fair play. But
we don't do gambling on this channel.
I used to play Wonder Boy in the arcades. The little dude with the blonde hair, and he used to have a hammer or a skateboard sometimes.
Okay. Is that a Japanese thing or something?
I don't know, because it was popular in the, like, when the like, I don't know if it was like Sega or whichever game that it was that it came out on, but it did, because I just remember it from the arcade games, like what's the karate one that everyone liked?
Street Fighter.
Sorry?
Alex the Kid, Street Fighter.
Yeah, no, it was Alex the Kid was very similar to Wonder Boy as well, and then there was, like you said, Street Fighter. What else was there in the arcades again before?
How far do you want to go back? I can go back to when they came into the arcades. This one, for example.
Which one?
Yeah.
Asteroids.
Asteroids. We used to have Boot Hill with the two men going up and down. They had to shoot each other through the cactuses.
Yeah.
Space Invaders, Gallagher. Yeah, Defender. I used to have that on a little tiny tabletop machine that I got bought for Christmas, which I wish I kept because it's worth about 300 bloody quid now.
Money comes, money goes.
Yeah, it certainly went.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I used to love it. If you wanted to play a video game back in them days, you either got yourself a Spectrum or a VIC-20 or a Commodore 64 and played the chunky graphics. But if you wanted to play the good graphics, you had to go up the arcade, didn't you? And have to play on your Missile Command and Marble Madness and your Star Wars game. They had to sit in the box and do your TIE fighter down the old tunnel.
That's great. Well, I have actually. So I have recently. So about 6 weeks ago at Scarboro, I acquired 150 Spectrum, Amstrad, and Commodore 64 games in like a bundle for £80. 150 of them. I've made my 80 quid back, and I'm well in profit now. So yeah, there was quite a lot. I mean, there was a few that were worth selling individually. There was one Phil.
People my age that like that sort of shit, and if they're into their old age computers and that, they want the original crap, and they want to put it in their tape recorder, and rather than having an emulator.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of the games aren't worth that much as such, but the console's worth it. But then there was one game I bought that was in the bundle. It's a Spectrum game in like a big-ish box, but it had a poster and a badge with it as well, and that sold to someone in the Czech Republic for £44.
Nice.
Okay.
And given that I've got 150 of these games, the value of them is like very small. No, I mean not the value of them. How much they cost me is very small.
Yeah.
And I sold a bundle last week on Vinted for like 20 quid. But I was already like well up the £80 now, so like I'm well into profit. But yeah, it did take a while to list them all because I was sitting down.
Yeah, this is one thing that confuses me. So I hear this across all the resellers. Yeah, I am well into profit, so I don't care. Why don't you care? You can make more profit. I always hear it's like virtually every single person on YouTube say, "Oh, I'm into profit. I don't mind if I sell it for this."
No,
I would still be bagging out a good price.
Because the aim is to get the money back as quickly as you can to reinvest into more stock. So once you hit that
but
point,
you need getting your money back's fine, but it's only after you get your money back that your profit starts coming. Yeah.
Yeah. So
why are you trying to slope your profit down?
No, because you're not going to sit there on something for 6 months because you might get an extra pound on it.
Yeah, well, once you get to the trickling ends of it, the real trickling ends of it, chuck in a cardboard box and take a couple of photos and say, "Yeah, I'll have that on the fucking eBay."
No, I think what we mean is we've done that initial outlay, that investment, or got the investment back.
It always sounds to me that it wasn't that such a good investment, and you're so glad you got your money back that now you got your money back. I'll get rid of it.
No, it's not that. If it ends up being a bundle, it means that it actually. Within like a week of listing all these, I got my £80 back. So that shows it's a really good investment because I got my money back straight away, and I'm making profit on this massive bundle very quickly. So that shows it's a good investment.
My point is at that point, people seem to just throw it into great big and just get rid of it. I'm thinking,
No, it's not.
more profit in there.
No. I mean, there's a fine line between it. There's a fine line between it because
obviously it works. It's just my understanding.
Because when you're at the stage where you're trying to recover what your investment is, you're very conscious of every penny. Whereas, whereas once you've got your initial investment back, you're a lot more open-minded. So you're not necessarily pushing the price. But I'm not saying sell it off for cheap as hell. But you maybe mentally don't feel like you've got to push the top dollar for it. You're happy to let the market decide how much someone wants to pay for it.
I think I'd be a bit more
taking offers.
I think yeah. I can see both sides of the argument. I know cash flow's king. You need cash flow. If you don't get cash flow, you can't buy more shit, can you? To buy and sell and buy and sell and buy and sell, which escalates very quickly. But at the same time, there's money to make. I would probably push a little bit more. It's like whenever I buy my stock, and Christ knows what else, I buy it. I know what it's going to sell at, and I know it could sell tomorrow or it could be long tail, but I know it will sell for that value. And it's pointless me dropping the price because when it does eventually sell, I've lost money because if I had it at the same price as I had it to start with, that person still would have bought it.
No. But Phil,
you've lost money. You've freed up capital quicker to reinvest.
Phil.
No, what I'm saying is, if I reduce the price, I still won't make the sale.
It's like Costco. They aim to turn over their stock 4 times a year. Sometimes
I understand premise.
Hang on, I'm still speaking. What the hell, Christ? Sometimes that means that they will sell stuff for a loss, but they turn over this money. They've got money to reinvest, and they fill the shelves again. And if you're buying something and only one fucking person in the world's going to buy it, you shouldn't be buying it because you're not going to get the money quick enough back for it.
So, this is what all retailers do. I mean, that's the good thing when it comes to retail arbitrage, isn't it? Because Sainsbury's, any supermarket, for example, once they come to an end of a line, and they've got a new line they're coming in that's going to make a shitload of money, and they've got no shelf space for it, they'll find that line,
and that is exactly the
they'll
same.
They'll sell it at cost,
and
or less.
And that is exactly why.
How much did Prime used to go for? You know, like the tins of Prime and shit. How much did they used to go for?
£10, that sort of thing.
We have. I built a shelf in the Sainsbury's in Scarboro. If anyone wants to go to Scarboro and buy Prime, I built an entire fucking rack filled up with Prime. They're at £1 a can, and they're not shifting.
Yeah, no, that whole bubble's gone. It's all about Dubai chocolate at the moment, Phil.
Yeah. But the thing is, what Sainsbury's will end up doing is they'll knock them out for 10p. They'll knock them out for 10p, and someone will come in and just fill their trolley up, and they'll go, "Thank you very much. You've just given us space to put on stuff on there, which we can make £10 profit an item."
Yeah, but it's exactly the same premise for an online retailer as well.
But that's a larger business model, isn't it?
It's the same for any business. Doesn't matter the size of it. Sometimes you have to free up the space, get the money back, so you can buy something else that's going to make even more.
Yeah, because that's where my business model differs. I don't have to free up space.
Yeah.
No, but Phil, but the thing is, I'm not compromising really. It's just that I'm not compromising really on price. I'm probably
I'm
more.
not disagreeing with you. I just wonder what the reason is behind it. Like, and yeah, you're explaining it.
No, like it means it's a positive thing because, like, so for example, I've probably sold about 30% of what I bought for £80, and I've doubled my money already. And I've just got 70% of it.
What do you reckon from your buy price to your total sell price will be?
Probably about £80 to £300, £80 and about £300.
not too bad then.
Yeah, and well, but then to be honest with you, I'd even be happy with doubling my money, so 80 and 160, or but then even still, like 50% profit, so like a 50% profit mod, 50% profit on something, not exactly about the end
But
of
the
the
thing is,
world.
people don't think that's very high, but it is if you sell through.
Yeah, but also as
50%
well,
into your next buy, 50% into your next buy. If you do that 8 times a year on that block of that one item or whatever you're doing, or however you're escalating it, there's a hell of a lot of compound going on there.
exactly.
So your
But
initial
then as
£80, it could be £1,000.
Yeah, exactly. But then the other thing as well is like,
That's where my business model varies a hell of a lot, is because I have no issue with space. I have to I wait for buyers. Yeah, there's certain stock I hold which I just sell almost instantly. It doesn't matter what fucking price I put on it, but I can't get it for love nor money in quantity. So it's, if I can get it, great, fantastic, I'll make a big profit. But there's other stuff that's so long tail. But if it was large items like this, I certainly couldn't do a business model like that, because I'd have about 27 warehouses. But with the stock that I hold, it doesn't matter, because if I price something at £1 or £20, it doesn't matter, because when the buyer comes along, they will buy it, as long as I haven't stupidly priced it.
but well,
It's weird on.
yeah,
The niches differ a lot from the generalistic sales.
Then again, like that £44 game I sold because it's like a special collector's edition, and it still had the original poster and it still had the original badge in it from the 1980s. So
I reckon you got
that's always going to sell at a decent price. But then conversely, I've got quite a lot of common games, but I've sold them as like bundles. Like I sold a bundle of 6 Amstrad golf games to the US last week for £20.
They must like them, because GSPs cost a fucking fortune.
Yeah, you basically paid like £40 for these 6 games because it cost them about £20.
There's then about 3,727,406 pence for GSP.
Yeah,
Plus tax.
exactly. You okay there, Andrew? And I'm very conscious Laney's gone. I hope you're doing all right, Laney. You okay there, Andrew?
Yes, I'm waiting for Phil to.
I'll be shutting up any second. I'm just going to have.
Stop pontificating.
I shall go in. I'm just going to go and sort myself out.
Okay.
He's I think he's gone for.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, good.
She's just waiting for.
I
Phil.
get what you were saying, by the way.
Yeah.
That's okay. Everyone in the world does.
No, because what I was saying was a positive. So yes, it was good. But yeah, no, I'm doing quite well on those. Although some of the games look really fun to play. Like the Thomas the Tank Engine, I do want to try that on an emulator one and see that, because I just bought the games. I didn't have the consoles, so I couldn't test the games.
So
but I'm operating.
Spectrum, ZX.
Yeah, ZX Spectrum, some Commodore 64 ones and some Amstrad ones, but they're all cassette tapes, yeah.
Yeah. So we had really naff ones. We had one called The Wild Bunch, one called like
Actually, I've got that.
Oh, that was mad, because you basically just went along, and then it was like one of them things where you had to make a decision. Like kind of like the books where you have to.
Adventure.
It was kind of that. You had 2 choices. Do you do this? Do you do that? And you found gold nuggets along the way to give you money, and then obviously you were caught by the sheriff and whatever.
Did you play Attic Attack?
No.
Apparently that was the big one on ZX Spectrum, the Attic Attack.
We had a fruit machine game, and I used to tell my brother that the money came out the back of the telly.
No fruit machines, Andrew's pardon.
I used to tell my brother that the money came out the back of the telly, and he used to look for it, which was hilarious. As you did. What else did we have? We had a Punch and Judy game.
Oh yeah. I'm selling that also.
Which is one of them platform jumping. It's just a platform jumping. Yeah. What else did we have on there? We had quite a few. I think we did have like a Space Invader. I don't know if it was Space Invader specifically or like a type of.
Actually, it probably was, because Space Invaders was licensed to that, and I think I have one of those that I'm selling as well.
But
so Atari, as Phil's got the T-shirt on, did make games for it.
Yes. 8-bit. I used to love 8-bit games. I used to program them. In machine code back in the day. Not for companies, just for myself.
What gaming era did you belong to, Andrew?
Well, my first console was a NES.
Yep.
So.
Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt was.
My mother used to like Carnival. Remember Carnival on the Atari? Jesus
Christ! Hang on, right? We're on me at the minute. You can have your turn in a minute, okay? Right.
You go back to texting.
Jesus Christ! Right. Duck Hunt was great until I discovered that if you just put your gun against the screen, you could shoot all the ducks. You didn't have to be 10 feet away from it.
You found a loophole.
So I completely Duck Hunt by just having my gun right here. Job done. Also completely Super Mario Brothers, and then discovered that it restarted the game, but harder. That was really fucking annoying. You couldn't save shit those days.
Whereas now with the NES Mini, the emulator they brought out, that does have a save feature, as does the Super Nintendo Mini.
Yeah, which is just cheating. You need to go back to the proper roots of the game when you couldn't save stuff, and if you died, you were fucking dead.
It's Rachel.
I was nearly going to wear my Rachel fantastic T-shirt tonight. My T-shirt has arrived, Rachel. Thank you very much. I was expecting a picture with it of the boobage, but that didn't happen. What?
That's not a word.
It's boobage.
Ask Siri.
All right. Hey Siri, is boobage a word? No, not booby, boobage. Hey Siri, is boobage a word?
It's slang for vast amount of breast. Exposure of vast amount of breast.
Is it?
Well, it is if it's slang.
It's a slang word.
Yeah, there you go. I've won.
No, it's one that Andrew made up.
No, Andrew didn't make Andrew didn't make that up. I've heard it elsewhere. It's happened in popular culture. Andrew isn't the sole creator of that word.
Rachel, look what you've done now. You've caused this whole
thing. Ask the artificial intelligence.
You get ChatGPT to tell you that I'm right. Boobage is a word. But I am going to ask Google Gemini, which is my AI. Right, allow. Right. Yes, allow. Fucking hell. Is boobage? Oh, for fuck's sake. Hang on. Right.
Hello. Not too bad. I know this might be a little vulgar, but I am wondering, is there such a word as boobage?
Is boobage a word?
And you just apologise to ChatGPT by saying, I apologise, this is a little vulgar.
Double check. Wow,
no, not Bluebridge. Is boobage a word? Not Bluebridge. Boobage. Boobage. Boobage.
But
Boobage.
is it
Stop
a real
saying
word?
Bluebridge.
If it's not in a dictionary, then surely it's not.
I understand.
Andrew, you sound very like John McCurrick there.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
And
not.
can you call his wife Boo?
No, I'm not.
Just chucking your foot down.
I am asking if boobage, spelled B-O-O-B-A-G-E,
No.
is a word.
Yes, thank you for clarifying. You are absolutely right to focus on the specific spelling. Boobage, spelled B-O-O-B-A-G-E.
Would you consider it to be a word,
So it's an informal
given the
Yes.
current
used to refer to
Gemini
a
has
push of
said it's
words
a word.
today?
I apologise for the misunderstanding and for repeating Bluebridge. I'm still learning
Yeah.
nuances in language and appreciate
Gemini
your
has
patience
said
in
that
guiding me.
boobage is a word. It's
AI has also confirmed that although it's not in any formal dictionary, if it's used in common terminology, I narrowed it down and I said, is it actually a word? And it had to say yes.
yeah.
ChatGPT concurs boobage is a word.
Yes, Google Gemini was much quicker than your shit on it. AI and said
No,
yes.
but mine gave me the real explanation as to how the dictionaries do the shit and everything, and why it's a real word, and blah 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 blah
Don't
blah.
even.
Hey,
Even
Bobby,
Bobby, welcome.
What's a good word?
Well, Bobby, I've got a question for
what's
you.
on the shirt? What's on the shirt,
All right,
Bobby?
all right, okay. I just clicked on, and I know you said something about it being a real word, right? Now, what's a real word?
Boobage.
Boobage.
What's boobage?
Boobage.
Could you put that in a sentence? Can you put that? Okay.
Boobage.
Well, we would say cleavage.
But you understand boobage.
Yeah, cleavage, right? No.
No,
Yep.
but if I said to you, look at the boobage on that, would you understand it?
Yeah.
I would say it's not.
But that's something that maybe like a 13-year-old would say.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yes. It's in common usage, but only a 13-year-old would say it.
Thank you. I've said it, and I'm 40, so you can forget about that. Right, Bobby.
Oh, man, you already hit 40? Oh my God.
Bobby,
Oy.
I've got to ask you a question, Bobby. What are your views?
Is it America?
Yeah. What are your views on Jewish people?
What are my views on Jewish people?
Yeah.
That's.
You didn't
could you
see
be more specific?
last week's stream.
Could you be more specific?
Last week we had somebody come on who claimed to be from New Jersey.
Yes.
Who was very anti-Semitic. He believed that Jews were the cause of all world problems.
Yeah, no, I just laugh those people off, but that's
so I just wanted to make sure that this is not a common viewpoint in New Jersey.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it has nothing to do with New Jersey. There's people who have that view, like, doesn't matter where. I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with New Jersey.
But Bobby, are you familiar with what happened?
I have no idea what happened.
Okay.
So figure.
So unfortunately, and very good to see you, Bobby. Unfortunately, last week.
I can't physically transform you into an AI.
Unfortunately, last week, during drinking with Andrew,
it might mean to represent one to help me.
Somebody has to hit pause on their video.
Yeah,
okay.
It's Andrew with his stupid phone.
Yeah. So unfortunately, last week I mentioned that Phil was working in Scarboro, and there was a hotel in Scarborough that Hitler wanted as his headquarters in Britain if he took over, right? And the algorithm attracted someone who said they were from New Jersey to join the chat, and
we thought it was you.
Yes.
I thought it was you.
Yeah, we did, because it was someone from New Jersey, Bobby. But we know it's not you.
I don't live in New Jersey. I don't live in New Jersey. I don't live even near New Jersey. I live hours from maybe an hour from New Jersey.
Yeah, Bobby lives in Long Island.
Yeah, I
Yes,
don't live in New York City. I know people keep saying that, but I don't live in New York City.
But yeah. So
Bear in mind, Bobby, we were quite pissed.
No, we
So
thought it was Al because it was an Irishman, didn't we? To start with.
yeah. So but what happened is he
Yeah.
No, that was someone else.
he mentioned people of the Jewish faith and asked us our views on it, and we were like, right, okay then. So then Andrew then asked them about the whole tariff thing, and we proceeded to discuss the whole tariff issue. And
Para? I'm sorry, I'm in the car. Can you repeat that? Para?
tariff issue.
Tariff.
Tariff?
Yes.
Okay.
So-
And now,
so
what
the
does
guy-
that have
so the
to
guy-
do with Jewish?
Well, Andrew was changing the subject, and then he proceeded. This gentleman proceeded to say that tariffs and Trump weren't an issue. He didn't really care about that, and the real problem with the world, he said,
Oh,
was people of that faith.
yeah. That's not something unique to New Jersey.
No, I know you get racists everywhere.
Yeah, well, that's more complex, but I'll be right in. I have, unfortunately, I'm not posting too much. So, I'll be right there.
It was a bad day,
You're a
Bobby.
postal service.
Yeah, no, it was just a little slow. It was just a little slow yesterday. I'll be right there.
Okay.
Right, let's do this car.
Has anyone else noticed he's left the engine running?
Yeah, I'm going. I'll be there before.
Your legs looking all right, Phil.
Ow!
Hang on. Here we go. Let's just.
Who's that man getting into Bobby's car? Get out of Bobby's car.
It's okay now. We can keep Bobby's car safe through the power of YouTube. We're just going to watch his seat.
That seat's going, oh my god. It looks like Marvin, the paranoid android, doesn't he?
He's probably in his mum's car again.
Ow! Get out of my way, bitch. I'll help you. No,
Right.
I'll get you first.
Welcome to Shooting with Andrew.
Shit, there's an
Ah,
intruder.
look.
Shit, who's this? Get out of the car. Who are you? Stealing Bobby's car.
Did you say Skinny Bobby?
Stealing
I'm
Bobby's
not-
car. Bobby stealing Bobby's car.
Oh, you know, I wanted to ask you guys this. You know, coincidentally, there's a new thrift store. Do you guys have the chain thrift store called Savers or Value Village? Do you have them?
No.
Well, no,
But you
there is
familiar with
actually a company. No, there is actually a value place called Savers. They've got quite a lot of stores in Scotland. They sell like
They're not a thrift store. They're not the same.
washing products, but it's not a thrift store. It's a laundry detergent store.
No. This is. I think they have these in Australia too. But anyway, I happen to run. There's a superstar reseller that lives on Long Island, and he's British, right? But his what?
English thrifter. Is that what
No.
it's called?
He's not on YouTube. He's on Instagram a lot.
Yeah. That's
And what was I saying? Anyway, I ran into him today at the thrift, because he's always everywhere. You know, all these sales and all this stuff. And his name is Gideon, a British name. It sounds
Gideon.
French.
No.
What?
No, it is. So, the former Chancellor of the Exchequer, so basically the UK Finance Minister,
Yeah.
number 2 in the UK government. So David Cameron's Chancellor, George Osborne, his actual name is actually Gideon. So Gideon is an English name used commonly.
Okay.
So his actual name was Gideon Osborne. Is Gideon Osborne?
Yes. Yeah, so he lives here. But this guy, I give him a lot of credit because
That's
this
not
guy,
English Rifter.
he's that guy. He goes to all the sales. Like, he's there at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 in the morning before the sun comes up. He's there so early, and he works really hard. Like sometimes, like I'll wake up, and I'm like, man, you know how it is. You want to go out there, go to. I'm sure you guys go to your car, what you call car boot sales.
Yes, I'm going to one very early in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah, so this guy, but this guy always finds, like, for example, he found. Do you guys come across a lot of Levi's jeans there, or is that really just an American thing?
No. Levi's are very common here. Charity shops, thrift shops do put high prices on them, but they are very common and very commonly available.
At one of these sales, which is like similar to your car boot sales, he got one of those. The trucker jacket. We call it like a trucker or like a rancher jacket. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
With the rivet
jackets.
buttons.
Those are worth quite good money.
No. You have no idea. It had the older ones that have the letter E is in capital E. You know what I'm talking about?
Big E.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about those, yeah.
Yeah, Big E, it's called.
Yeah, the Big E one. He found one because I was like, holy shit. But this is another thing that's like controversial here in America a little bit. Like, if you find a big score or something like that, do you show it? Like, is it bad to show it? Like, oh, now you're giving up all the secrets of where everything is, or I don't know, because everybody has a different opinion on that. Like, some people see it as showing off. Some people, and I think it's okay. I think it's cool. But some people they get a little bit aggravated.
There was quite a big debate about it recently. Somebody posted controversy. Apparently, Andrew was ruining reselling for everyone because he's doing YouTube and all the other ones, but it's nonsense. Yes, it has a bit of an effect, but to be honest with you,
if I take a picture.
But to be honest,
I gotta show you what I gotta show you what a real car looks like, guys. I'm sorry. This is what a car looks like. You see here?
It's got a bit of cloth on it.
There's no four-wheel drive there.
It's not an SUV.
SUV? You can't look at that? That's a 1969 Firebird.
Nice.
That's
my year.
This is me as an action figure.
That's a real car.
This is me.
That looks nothing like you. It looks like Master of Pieces.
It looks nothing like me. It looks very much like me. It's like doppelganger.
But yes.
But you know what's funny too? What's funny? This guy, that friend of mine, that guy Gideon, he's been here for like, I don't know, over 20, 30 years, but he still has an accent. I was like, when are you going to get rid of that accent?
Well, it's probably better than Phil's Scottish accent.
Oh, no, it's not a Scottish accent. Forget it.
I kind of knew.
No,
see you, Jimmy.
I think he said he's from London.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's a very English name, Gideon.
Yeah, but it's funny because the first thing you always ask people if you meet somebody from England or whatever it is, say, "Oh, he says from London." I said, "So are you an Arsenal fan or a Spurs fan?" And then he's, "Oh no, you can tell he's too busy. I don't watch soccer." So I was like, "Man, you're freaking busy. If you're too busy to watch soccer, then that means you're American now."
It's not English Thrifter because English Thrifter is a huge West Ham fan.
Yeah, everybody. Well, no, this guy, but he lives in America. Are you talking about?
Yeah. He's a British reseller that lives in America. He lives in New York. English Thrifter. He lives around New York. Yeah.
Now I'm curious. Where's his?
He's on Instagram.
Do you have Instagram?
Yeah.
You have Instagram? Can you?
Yeah.
Are you able to look it up now or no? Look up. It's
Yeah.
his thing is
Yeah.
called. It's called 516 Vintage or Vintage 516, something like that. See if you can get it to pull up. And you'll see in the bio, he has the British flag, of course, in the bio. You know.
I haven't got my Instagram open. Andrew might be able to bring it up. What was that guy again? So Andrew knows.
What happened?
What was what guy in?
So Andrew, this English guy Gideon, he's got Instagram. Bobby just
Did you look it
said
up? Did
he's
you find it?
Instagram.
Did you see it?
What? No. Well, what's his username?
Yeah, I think it's called Vintage 516 or 516 Vintage.
There's a NY Vintage 516.
That could be him. Has he got a British flag on it, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew, I've just
that's
asked
him, that's him.
ChatGPT to do a similar montage of a different YouTuber. Let's see how well it does. It's thinking about it. Jesus Christ, it has taken up a lot of computing power. I think I've burnt through a lot of coal.
All right, because Google Gemini is still working on generating an image for me after 5 minutes.
Oh God.
So
This is what's going to be the future. Is we're going to have huge power stations generating pictures of people.
Power stations.
Yeah, it takes a lot of money to run the graphics and AI chips to actually process the information. It's a hell of a lot.
Of course. Yeah, of course. I'm sure. You know.
But it asked me $20 a month just to get 5 goes on it a month.
But Bobby,
I gotta ask you, Phil Hickerson. I gotta ask you a question. Are you familiar with numismatics of United American coins or only British?
I am very familiar with British. I'm not that familiar with American. Only the basics.
Like, you know, like like what the mint markings are. Like some are Philadelphia, some are.
Oh yeah, I know where your mints are and that, and I know all the basic shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
that's always a frustrating part about coins is that you can find and it'll drive you crazy or drive you mad because you'll look at 2 different coins, say even on eBay, and one is $50 and one is $5, and they have the same mint marking.
It's the same with pre-decimals over here. There used to be, at the moment, there's 1 mint in the UK, but there used to be 1 mint at the Tower in London before 1970. But going back in history, so like 100, 200 years or whatever, if there was a surge that they need, or the war was on, like First World War or something like this, or shortage of metal or shortage of something, they'd mint them from somewhere else, and there are different mint marks on there to tell you and some of them are worth like 50 notes a time.
Okay.
I broke in Google Gemini.
And was somebody saying there's no such thing as a £1 note? It's just a £1 coin.
Yeah,
there was a £1 note.
There was £1 notes, but we don't have them anymore.
Oh, you don't have one. So if somebody says, "Oh, just give me a quid," because a quid is just the same thing as a buck, right? That's what we say, right?
Yeah.
It's the same difference.
Yeah,
A slang.
Yeah.
No. It's a note.
Yeah.
Even though we don't have notes, we don't have pound notes.
Okay,
it's still called,
a paper.
give us a note. Give us a quid.
Yeah.
You did actually have £1 notes until fairly recently in Scotland.
Money. That guy, what's his name? He showed the money. He says the money is the same money, but it looks different in Scotland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still British pounds, but it's printed by a different bank, but it's still British money. Yeah.
And they say sometimes people they don't want it if they're in England, like, oh no, I'm not taking this Scottish money.
Yeah. I'll be honest. As a Scot, people in England that don't take Scottish money are just ball bags, and if it was up to me, any of them that didn't take the money would immediately get arrested.
All right, now which Scottish football club do you support? Or is it
Greenock
too
Morton.
controversial?
No. I support Greenock Morton. I don't support Celtic or Rangers.
Okay,
I support a team that are in the second tier of Scottish football.
that's good.
Yeah,
I do kind of like that in Europe, how they have those little small teams in the smaller tiers that are like in the center of a town where people can just like walk to. Like in America, you can't walk to a stadium. You know,
yeah.
like,
I mean,
but actually, it's funny.
Well, unfortunately, it is kind of getting a bit more like America now. In the last like 25 years, a lot of teams have built new stadiums out of the town centre.
Yeah, there's actually in America, like we have two teams, the Chicago Cubs and the Boston Red Sox. They have stadiums that are, like over 100 years old, and they're in the middle of the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Where people can like, you can kind of like.
I have got some breaking news.
You're getting married.
No. You know how, you probably might not understand this, but UK sellers will. You know how it is? People are saying that vintage pro sellers get less visibility than non-pro sellers.
Yes.
I've just asked Google, the AI, if this is true, and it says no, it's not true. It's a load of bollocks.
Yeah.
What do you mean, gospel over there?
No, Andrew. It was found in the terms and conditions of Vintage Pro.
It doesn't actually mean they've implemented it. It's just in the terms and conditions.
All right, I'm bringing you guys into the thrift store with me. Don't say anything too offensive.
Well, to be fair, it isn't us that say offensive things on this chat anyway.
I'm going in. I don't want to get in any trouble over here.
Good Friday.
But no.
Is that a thing?
Although, to be fair, I have actually been viewing football from an American slant recently because I've been watching Welcome Wrexham.
Oh, yeah, Wrexham. Oh, you mean Wrexham?
Have you watched that yet?
I watched the first season and refused to watch anymore because they cut out my contribution.
I don't get those channels, the streaming channels.
Oh, really, Andrew?
No, ladies first.
So what did they do? Did they actually come up to you in the street and interview you? Or?
I was in.
Yeah, late night. I was out east.
More than once.
We're hitting the other spots.
But they decided that because I was a Lincoln City fan, I shouldn't actually feature in it. Wankers.
That's very impish of them.
I see what you did there.
Looks like your cafeteria in your Sainsbury's in Milton Keynes is safe for a little while because it's been pushed back.
Oh.
We're still waiting. Well, I don't know. It still might close, but we're still waiting instructions to go in there and decimate the place and make everyone go, "Where's the tea gone?" I can't find the tablets for my washing machine.
Well, actually, everybody in Milton Keynes is losing their shit because in Tesco Wolverton and Tesco Kingston, they've like moved around everything in the shop into completely in an illogical way. So now no one knows where the fuck things are, and they're really annoyed and confused.
I understand it because I go around my local store and a different merchandising team have gone in and moved everything around. I go like, what the fuck? But when I'm actually doing it myself, I understand the bigger picture as to why the company's doing it, and it's not why the customers think of it. The customers always give the excuse, "It's so you make us go around, let's go and buy more." And they think, no, it's not, because it's costing them millions of pounds to do this. They do not want to pay millions of pounds to piss off the customers. They're doing it because it's a business model move. They're doing it because they're getting new products in and they need somewhere to put it, and the only way they can do it is by moving some shit around. And if this is your idea of first world problems, they go fuck yourself. So basically,
That wasn't very nice, Philip.
what's that? Well, where
Wasn't
people
very-
complaining about where stuff is in the supermarket. Is that the least? That surely should be the least of your problems. There's a lot more shit going on in the world.
but if it's a big supermarket, it's a waste of time I hate that sometimes when you ask the guy, "Oh, where is this?" and then the guy says, "No English."
No, I'll talk to English. I'll talk to English to them, but they don't talk English to me. I had a bloke today say, "Where's the cloth?" I said, "The what? The cloth?" I was about to use my usual thing. I'm not working. I'm not a Sainsbury's employee. I'm not working.
Was that his Scottish accent?
No, it wasn't. It was a I don't know what accent it was. He honestly wanted to know where his cloth was, and I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I have no idea." And he showed me a shopping list from his wife, and it says cloth. And I said,
I still can't believe how you guys have like 50
says,
different
"You put it
accents
down
in one
toilet.
small country."
You put it down the toilet to make it clean. And I says, "Oh, the household cleaning bay. Well, I know where I moved that to." And I showed him where it was very politely.
Small
I can't
country,
understand when someone comes and says, "Where's the cloth?"
So Phil likes to insult British people, not just Americans.
They weren't British. They were in Britain.
Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. All right. I know you want to go there. Right.
They may have been British. So I retract my statement. But,
that's all right. You don't have to say
were,
anything else.
You have to be careful these days.
Yeah. Lainey, I've also watched the Sunderland football documentary as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched it as well, but it was bad enough going through it. Never mind watching it back.
Yeah, it's not the greatest story, is it?
No, but it attracted a lot of like fans from around the world. Though loads of people became fans of Sunderland because of it. I think it was just like because of the togetherness of the fans. You know what I mean, and what it means and stuff. Apparently, that's how Ryan Reynolds won. Not Ryan Reynolds. What's the other one called?
Rob McElhenney.
Him. He was told to watch that.
Yeah.
To see sort of like what English fans were like, or the Welsh club, I suppose. So maybe what UK fans were like.
Yeah, no, it's no, like I do wish them luck. They seem like genuinely really nice people, and Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, there's that court case going on, isn't there, with Ryan Reynolds' wife?
Yeah, but against Justin Baldoni, it just sounds like something really stupid, to be honest with you.
It does seem like it's been blown out of proportion of whatever, I didn't know, but yeah.
Also, I'm just following up with what I've put in the chat, because Rachel asked about how we eat cream eggs, but I've said that cream eggs are terrible because Cadbury's are bastards now, because they've got American owners, and the milk chocolate is absolutely terrible now. Cream eggs taste awful.
I like
they've ruined their chocolate.
Are you talking about chocolate eggs?
Yeah, but dairy milk. So they were taken over by Kraft, and they moved away from the original recipe, and it's got palm oil in it, and it's just it's not very nice now.
Which one? This is Cadbury you're talking about?
Yeah. Kraft bought them, and have wrecked it, so the chocolate in it isn't very good now.
Rachel,
Well,
you
but
can
you mean the chocolate, but not the egg, not the cream part in the middle.
Well, I don't know. I think the cream part still isn't as nice as it used to be, because cream eggs when I was a kid were amazing. I think we can all
How about
attest to
this?
that.
I had
Can
a
you see
cream,
this?
cream egg cakey today. It was lovely.
Although the white ones are quite nice. Oh, Hershey's Kisses. Yeah, Hershey's are kind of derided a bit in the UK for the quality of their chocolate. No offense.
What about Godiva? Is that supposed to be pretty good?
Yeah, it's meant to be like quite posh chocolate. I think people don't really mind that over here.
Too expensive?
No, it's like I think we only really encounter it in like fancy chocolate, like high market chocolate boxes.
I got news for you. When I was working in a restaurant, the best chocolate, because we used to make different chocolate stuff, like chocolate fruit, whatever, chocolate strawberries and this and that, was we used to use for the melting chocolate was Belgian chocolate. This brand, it starts with a C, CAL something.
Okay.
What's it called?
Chocolate.
Yeah, it's something Belgian. It's like nothing you've ever had. It's incredible.
Yeah. I just
Belgian
punched
chocolate.
the wall.
Do you we're getting a film studio? So you know what, the guys who did Son Until I Die were a production company called Full 73. Well, they have joined with someone else, and they're putting it's going to be called Crown Studios, and it's going to be able to have it's going to cost 400 and something million, on our riverside, and it'll be able to, deal with like blockbuster films. So hopefully we'll have all the clubs in Sunderland.
Well, they're calling it Crime Studios.
Crown.
Oh, Crown.
Crown Royal.
It's probably more accurate, like.
I just had in my head that they was going to make like fucking crime dramas there or something. When you said that.
Well, they've stopped making Vera, so yeah, they're not going to make a studio just so they can make more episodes of Vera.
No.
Right.
Have a nice day off.
I need to go to bed because it's nearly midnight.
I probably should go to bed because I will be up very early tomorrow for the car boot.
Yeah.
I won't be.
I know Andrew likes to look at our giant car parks, right?
This is just ridiculous, isn't it?
I couldn't even park at my hotel today.
Yeah, big car park that size, and still somebody's parked up and somebody in. Probably Bobby in his mum's car.
Oh, well, I'll say good night then. So,
good night, everyone. Bobby, we're going now.
See you later.
Only half a night?
Good night.
We got to go, Bobby. Good night, everybody.
This is unusual before the deadline of the date.